the NBA, but you have to learn how to manage those through execution and through winning plays. And I think our guys have an understanding of what that entails.
Joe, I thought early on when Dallas came out and scored, which really kind of started all three games the same way with the little spurt, made some shots. I thought your guys' poise and getting back in it in the first quarter was really good, but it seemed like it was mostly offense. Like you kind of did it. It looked like neither team could stop the other in the first quarter. And once you got untracked offensively, but it was kind of a high-scoring, not as effective defensive quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I thought once we were able to, I think you go into it, everything's about risk management and leverage against these guys. And so when you go into it, it's like, what can you control and what can't you control? And I thought in the first quarter, we gave up a lot of things that we could have a better control over. And so I thought our offense kept us in it. And once we were able to get back to the game plan and the disciplines of our tendencies and our system, I thought we were able to take control of the game. And that's the fight against a team so talented like this is the discipline to over and over again execute what you need to execute.
During the stretch when things got tough in the fourth quarter, you had some helps out of the corner. They finally got some corner threes. They got the one lively dive to the basket when they weren't sure whether to switch or stay or whatever. There were a couple defensive mistakes that were really uncharacteristic of the way you had been playing up to that time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they test your discipline every possession. And we still made some of those mistakes in the first two games. They just didn't capitalize the way they were able to at a more critical moment of the game. And so the entire game is about discipline, and you have to be able to execute is over and over and over again, knowing that you're not going to play perfect, and then can you make the plays necessary. So I like the way our guys stay in the mindset of executing even when it doesn't go well.
Joe, will you talk to them at all about it? It's kind of convoluted logic, but like, hey, guys, it's not going to be more fun or better to win it at home, Game 5 or something like that. Like, we got to get this thing done right now. Like, any message to, like, how important Game 4 still is?
Yeah, I mean, Game 4 is important because it's the next game. Regardless of if it was, 2-1 either way, like Game 4 is the next opportunity for us to execute and to play. And so the focus just needs to remain on what has gotten us to this point. Also playing without an expectation. Like if you think for 1 second that you're not going to get even a better version of Dallas tomorrow that you got last night, then you're kidding yourself. So we just got to be ready for that. And, I thought the guys were. I think to be down 1 on the road was a gift that we got to be grateful for. And we got to expect to be in tougher situations tomorrow, and, we'll be judged by how we handle it.
Thought Sam Hauser and Xavier Tillman really gave you some great minutes off the bench with no Kristaps Porzingis. I think many of us, are just hearing reports maybe KP doesn't come back, but that's not necessarily true. Is there a chance that he's available for Game 4?
There's a chance. He's day-to-day. Everything will just depend on what's in the best interest of his health, and we'll just go from there. So he's gotten a little bit better from today than he was yesterday, and we just got to, continue to look at that.
All right, so there's yesterday with Joe Mazzulla with Mark Kessler and PJ Carlissimo. The news is Kristaps Porzingis is available as we welcome back Monica McNutt. But as Joe Mazzulla said earlier, it's under specific situations, like very specific. Monica, I want to go big picture, broad strokes here with Joe Mazzulla because I said off the top, 2 Septembers ago, he's a dude sitting in the second row of the coaching staff, and no one knows who he is. And then all of a sudden, the next day, he's the head coach of the Boston Celtics in the Ime Udoka disaster, whatever happened there. Over the 2 years, from people you've talked to, what do you hear around the league about how Joe has grown as a head coach?
Well, one, it's similar to what we've said of the 2 stars on this team in Jalen and Jason. You just cannot replace experience. And so he has a season of experience under his belt. I think he has a roster that is suited to how he likes to play. As much as the three-point shooting is sometimes bemoaned by Celtics fans, when this team shoots 50% or more from the three-point line, they've actually been pretty successful in this postseason, right? And so he's got a staff that he was able to hire. And so I think those are some of the things that when you talk to folks within this organization have contributed to him being successful and having more buy-in from the collective as far as his actual players. And so he is probably in one of the more unique situations in sports. Like off the top of my mind, I think of a Steve Kerr, right, who was put in position with a roster that had tremendous promise. But even in the case of Kerr, like that team, I think had 22-1 odds of getting to the finals in their first championship, although he went on to form a dynasty. This group clearly under Udoka, and for a while, basically since the tandem of Jalen and Jason have been together, have had the potential and the expectation to get here. And it took Mazzulla a year to really settle in the head coach role.
All right, so the other side, by the way, you mentioned Jason Tatum. He loves his coach.
The closer you are to winning, the closer they are to surviving. And basically just trying to remind us in the group that We still got a long way to go. We still have to play the right way. We still got to win. That, they're not going to quit. We should expect the best from them from here on out.
Jason Tatum reminding Monica, everyone, of what the message is. On the flip side, you heard they're not going to back down. If you're Jason Kidd, before we hear from the Mavs head coach, what kind of adjustments are you making tonight before Game 4?
Well, I know you guys have heard me talk about focus with Luka, but I think the biggest thing is to have your team locked in terms of the compete level, right? I just don't think that they have been locked in that category. The second one for me is you got to play faster. This is a team that got 23 points off of transition during the regular season. They've not been able to do that in this series at all, right? The percentages are a little bit wonky. They're only getting 15% of their productivity out of transition. But that is the way for this team to get energized. I think by playing faster, you have an opportunity to score over 100, a mark that they've been held under. Like, when have the Dallas Mavericks scored less than a point per possession? That's just crazy for them. And so I think if I'm Jason Kidd, you're asking your stars to completely lock in and lead the way in terms of the competition level, but you're also asking your role players to play with tremendous confidence. The ball has to move. This Boston Celtics team has the athletes and has the defensive identity to fly around, but they, as athletic as they are, cannot move faster than the basketball. So I think the biggest adjustment is creating more off-ball actions, and things have to happen quicker. ISO has not panned out well for this Mavs squad today. In this series.
Let's hear from Jason Kidd. He spoke with Kesty and PJ.
Kevin, thank you. Jason, I know it's never an easy spot, down 0-3. 2 big rallies the last 2 games. Quick turnaround now as we get set for Game 4. What's the approach heading into this one?
Yeah, we got to build on the fourth quarter. I thought we were desperate. We have to be aggressive. And I thought the guys out there, got us back into the game. And that's the way we got to play for 4 quarters if we want to beat Boston.
Jay, I thought everybody was wondering what's it going to be like first game home, and you shot the ball well in games 1 and 2 early, like 7 for 10, 6 for 10 to get started. I thought first quarter there was great energy, but it was almost mostly offensive energy. Like, it was neither team could stop each other, and it was encouraging, but it was mainly offense in the first quarter.
Yeah, I thought we got off again to a great start offensively. Defensively, we let Tatum get off at the three-point line, which we've talked about a lot, of making him drive the ball. But I thought, again, game 2 and 3, the end of the first, we have to be better. We had control of the game. We gave up 5 points last night where we, again, instead of it being a 1-point game, we could have taken control of that first quarter. So we got to do better at ending quarters here if we want to beat Boston.
I know your mindset's different than ours, but we come out of the third quarter and it's 15 points, and I'm thinking, that doesn't look good, but there's a ton of time left. And then they make the 2 threes and you take a timeout. I didn't like your chances at all at that point, and you played probably the best, 8 minutes in a row, defense and offense. You played so well on both ends of the court.
Well, I think when you look at that point in the game before the 15-point lead, it's a 6-point game, and we were on the bench, and it felt like the group felt like we were down by 30, and we were trying to be positive and get everybody to understand it's a 2-possession game, and then it jumps up to 15, and then we talked about just work the games, take one possession at a time, and I thought the guys really did that. We got turnovers, we got missed shots, we ran. I thought our pace was a lot better in Game 3, and we're going to have to do that in Game 4 if we want to win.
Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd getting set for Game 4 of the finals. I know there's been a lot of criticism for Luka here on the off day between Games 3 and 4. How do you keep his frustration level to a minimum as they continually attack him?
Yeah, just understanding the game plan for Boston is not going to change. They're going to put him in every possession, pick and rolls, octagon side pick and roll, or 11 at the mid pick and roll, and they're going to make sure that he has to work, and so he's got to put up a better fight, understanding that he has help behind him, and then on the offensive end, we got to make sure that we can put him in a better situation so that he doesn't have to work so hard.
Jason Kidd with PJ Carlissimo, Mark Kestisher, back to American Airlines Center. Monica McNutt, before I get your keys to game number 4 tonight, what's the atmosphere like there as the crowd has started to fill in?
How do I need a good vocab word to describe it, Winter, as I survey the scene. I will say I feel like I see more green jerseys than I saw in Game 2, or Game 3, excuse me. I think we got a loud boo when the Celtics came out. I may have hopped on heads with you, so I don't want to insult these fans, but I did not hear much when the Mavs came out. I'm sure these fans did acknowledge, though. Tense, I think, is probably the best word.
There we go.
There are Celtics fans that are here with a ton of confidence, and there are sheepish Mavs fans in attendance.
All right, so your keys to the game, each side. How does Dallas force this? How does Boston say to hell with it? Let's complete the sweep, and let's start the party for the weekend.
All right, so I'm looking for second chance opportunities, right? The Mavs have to figure out a way to generate more offense. And so to me, if they can get on the glass, mix it up with second chance opportunities, spray the ball out off of some of those rebounds, and hope that the Celtics defense is not reestablished, that's a look they need to consider. I also think the Mavs need to play faster. They've got to get some baskets in transition, and they've got to get their guys going, so the ball needs to move up and down the floor and side to side quicker. As good as their defense has been in this one, every ball player, you got to see the ball go through the basket just for your morale, and I think that's where they're struggling. On the Celtics side, I think they need to continue to operate with patience and poise, right? They've done a great job of understanding when they should be pushing and when they need to settle down and execute. Late in Game 3, when Jaylen Brown waved off his teammates and hit that big-time basket, like, the decisions down the stretch for them have been terrific. And then I also think if you're the Celtics, you continue to hunt Luka. Like, Luka has been the key to the series. Will he rise up in a decisive potential Game 4?
Is there an X factor, a player off the bench, someone you're keeping an eye on, and not out of the Big Four?
Not really at this point, Winter. Like, it's come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Luka and it's Jason and Jaylen. Like, the rest of that, I don't know if you can consider, Derek White is part of the Big Four. Like, nah, it's do or die. Like, I'm not thinking about these role players.
There we go. Monica McNutt. I'll catch you coming up on the AutoZone Halftime Report. Right now, it is time for game number 4. Mark Kessler, PJ Calissimo, and George Sedano will come your way next. Monica and I have the Halftime Report coming up next. We tip it off. Do the Mavericks keep their season alive and keep these NBA Finals alive? Or does Boston start to celebrate banner number 18? This is Game 4 of the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Get the champagne ready. The NBA Finals are here.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Let's raise our glasses and our rings to the two phenomenal teams left standing.
My goodness!
Here's to high-stakes action, to thrilling moments we can't miss.
He ties the game at the buzzer.
And to crowning our next champion. Here's a toast to the NBA Finals. The 2024 NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV, continue on ABC.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe fourth row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, long shot. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save, because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device credit service and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
People are going to want to see you fall when you get to the top.
3 stars, 1 season, changing history.
Cardoso for 3. Banks it in!
to play in these environments. This is what we work for. We fought so hard all season long.
You could not have scripted a better ending to this magical women's college season.
Kiki Rice, Camila Cardoso, and Caitlin Clark. ESPN Plus Original presents Full Court Press, presented by State Farm. Stream now on ESPN Plus.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Nothing but net. Good shots. Man, I miss playing basketball. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text BACK to 231-231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BACK to 231-231. That's BACK to 231-231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the NBA Finals.
And the final seconds will tick away, and the Celtics have come back down 13 in the first half. They win it to take a 3-0 series lead in the 2024 final.
There's been a lot of adversity, been a lot of frustration throughout these first 3 games, and a lot of adjustments too, and we're finding ways to just come out with the right energy and the right tone-setting atmosphere that we need to just really just win the next few games.
Yeah, we got to build on the fourth quarter. I thought we were desperate. We have to be aggressive, and that's the way we got to play for 4 quarters if we want to beat Boston.
Game 4 is the next opportunity for us to execute and to play, and so the focus just needs to remain on what has gotten us to this point. And we got to expect to be in tougher situations. We'll be judged by how we handle it.
We talked about this at the beginning of the playoffs, is really trying to stay in the moment.
Experience is the best teacher. All year long, we've been hearing about the Celtics of the past, all the different shortcomings we've had in the past. This is a new team, you know what I mean? We've learned from those experiences, and in these moments, you can see that, we didn't run from it.
The 2024 NBA Finals on ESPN Radio is presented by Indeed. Hiring this year? Visit Indeed.com/credit. Now from American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, alongside PJ Carlesimo and George Sedano on the sidelines, here's Mark Kestisher.
The Boston Celtics are 48 minutes from their long-awaited banner 18. The Celtics are 48 minutes from finishing only the 10th final sweep in NBA history. And the Celtics are 48 minutes from becoming the first team to complete sweeps in the final 2 rounds of a postseason. Good evening from Dallas, wherever you may be listening in what could be the final day of the NBA season. The Mavericks hoping to extend it a few more days if they can get a win against this Boston juggernaut. The Mavs nearly rallied from down 21 points in the fourth quarter Wednesday night before Luka Doncic fouled out, and the Celtics finished off a 10th straight win. And PJ, while the Celtics are more than just a big 2, tonight could be the conclusion of a 7-year partnership between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the 105th playoff game between them, and a chance to finally climb and reach the mountaintop.
Yeah, those 2 have done virtually everything but hang that banner. They've also got 5 teammates that were with them back in 22 against the Golden State Warriors, and they've been pointing to this for a long time. Brad Stevens has done an incredible job putting the roster together. Joe Mazzulla has made one good decision after another. This team is on the verge of completing literally one of the best years in NBA history.
Yeah, 15-2 so far in the postseason after 64 regular season victories. A chance to close it out with an 80th win. But for the Dallas Mavericks, they've got a steep mountain to climb. We know nobody's come back from down 0-3. There have been 9 sweeps in the finals once you're down 0-3. 2 teams lost in 5, 2 in 6, 1 other in 7, but that was back in the early years of the league. What do the Mavericks have to do to have a chance to extend this back to Boston?
Well, the first thing they have to do is that they need to be engaged tonight, as they were the other night. I mean, they were that close to not leveling the series, but 2-1 coming in here tonight. They could have won 2 of the 3 games. They've got to remember that. But the biggest problem for them has been closing the deal. They've put themselves in position twice, relatively late in the game, if it's close, they got to close the deal.
We'll get your keys and the starting lineups in a moment. Let's bring in George Sedano because Celtics may have an addition here tonight. What's the availability of Kristaps Porzingis?
Kesty, you know he's dealing with a left leg injury, a torn medial retinaculum injury. He's available to play tonight, but Joe Mazzulla says Porzingis is not quite there just yet and will only be used in, quote, very specific instances, Kesty.
Appreciate it, George. And this season, regular and postseason, Boston is 31-5 without Porzingis, 10-1 in the postseason. Before we get the lineups, PJ, let's get your keys here for Game 4.
Dallas has to want to get on the plane to Boston. As simple as that sounds, they have to want to go. If they're not engaged, they're in trouble tonight. They need to score 100 points or more. They haven't scored 100 yet. To do that, they need more threes. They got to limit Boston's threes a little bit, and they got to close the deal. Kesty, we just talked about that. If they're in position late, they have to close the deal. Boston, one thing I learned very quickly when I went to San Antonio, you need 16 wins to win an NBA championship. Boston's only got 15. They need one more win. Threes are always the key for this team. They make their threes, they're going to get that 16th win tonight.
Give you the starting lineups. They're the same as they've been for the first 3 games of these finals. The visiting Boston Celtics have won 10 straight since losing Game 2 of the second-round series with Cleveland. Have Drew Holiday and Derek White in the backcourt. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum up front. Both went for 30-plus in Game 3, and Brown is the leading scorer for Boston in the finals at 24.3. And Al Horford, his 185th postseason game. Only Karl Malone has played more postseason games without a title. That could end tonight for Al Horford. For the Dallas Mavericks, who've lost 3 straight, they did not lose 4 in a row at any point this season. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic in the backcourt. Kyrie busted out with a 35-point Game 3. Doncic just below 30 points per game in the series. Fouled out for the first time in his playoff career. Fouled out for the 3rd time in his entire pro career. And the other 2 he fouled out in overtime. Up front, Derek Jones Jr. and P.J. Washington. They could use some threes from Jones. 0 for the last 2. He's only 1 for 6 in the finals. And Daniel Gafford is in the middle. It is a predominantly Mavericks crowd, as you would expect, over 20,000. But P.J., there are big cheers. There were big cheers for the Celtics pregame. I thought it was in the Garden for a moment before the Mavs fans booed him down.
No, there were tickets available, and a lot of people made the trip from Boston. In case they clinch tonight, they want to be here to celebrate. So there's many more Celtic fans tonight than there were 2 nights ago.
It seems like just yesterday, but it was 18 years ago the Celtics won that 17th banner in Boston. And then before that championship, it was 22 years since they won the 1986 title, a 3rd in 5 years. The Celtics gunning for an 18th championship, would break a tie with the Lakers for the most all time. Mavericks trying to avoid the sweep and send us to Boston for a Game 5 on Monday night. Scott Foster is our lead official. David Guthrie and James Williams with him. Celtics still in the white unis for the 3rd time of these 4 games with green across the chest. Celtics and the Mavericks in their navy uniforms, Dallas in white across.
Scott Foster, 25th finals game. Really incredible. 17 finals he's worked, but the 25th finals game.
Celtics fans may remember he officiated Game 7 of that 2010 NBA Finals. Here we go. Ball's about to go skyward for Game 4. Horford and Gafford in the center circle. Ball's away. Tap controlled by Horford. And Game 4 of the NBA Finals underway with the Celtics going from right to left as we watch it here courtside in Dallas. They go to Tatum on the left. Drives by a Horford pick. Looks for Al. Finds him right back to Tatum. Shot clock at 10. Out beyond the arc. Dribbles left against Gafford. Crosses over. Drives into a double. Spins in the lane. Well covered. Now fades. Fires. Missed it. Rebounded by Luka.
Good defense by Gafford. Good help by Luka Doncic.
Well, we'll see if Dallas can get off to another good start. That has not been the issue for these Mavericks in the finals. Washington against Tatum, very aggressively into the lane. Off balance, lefty shot, no good, and rebounded by Horford. Up ahead to Brown.
Got away with a travel, I thought.
And Luka nearly cut off Brown in a foul that was reminiscent of the foul out, 6th foul the other day. Boston works it around the horn. White missing a 3 from the left.
That's been the Celtic MO lately. Start out cold and get hot late.
Kyrie Irving drives, finds a seam to the rim and lays it up and in. 4-0 Dallas. Or 2-0 Dallas. First basket of the game. Here's White from the left. Minute 10 into the contest. Brown for three. Missed it from the right. Rebounded by Luka. So far, settling for three-point shots early, Boston. Here's Luka driving down the lane. Luka puts it up, puts it in, and it is 4-0 in favor of the Mavericks.
Kyrie and Luka taking it to the paint where they've really made a living in this series against Boston.
90 seconds in. Celtics looking for their first make. They're 0 for 3. Tatum sends it into the right corner. Derek White drives through the lane right to left. Finds the cutter. Brown drives, layup off the window and in for the first two for Boston.
Jaylen Brown has repeatedly been the guy that ends the drought, or when they need a bucket is the one who stepped up.
Oh, and an unforced error by Dallas. Gafford tossing it to the left wing and out of bounds across the end line. Turnover Mavericks. 4-2 the score. Dallas leads. Celtics in possession. 2 minutes in. Tatum gets a good look at a three, and he cans it, his first triple, giving the Celtics the lead.
JT's still under 30% for the playoffs, but you know he's capable of being on fire from downtown.
5-4 Boston. Derek Lively going to check in early again. Next dead ball. Here's P.J. Washington from the left. Drives against Boston. Lost the handle, and it's in the arms of Horford. Turnover. Drew Holiday defending that time. Holiday has it on the drive in the lane. Slings it to the corner. Tatum. Baseline drive from the left. Slings it up. No good. Whistle. And a foul against Dallas.
Unselfish play by Drew Holiday, but he had a layup. He was right at the rim. Threw it to Jason Tatum in the left corner.
And it was a tough toss out there.
Yeah, it was a tough catch, but all's well that ends well. Jason Tatum on the free throw line.
Jason Tatum playing his 112th postseason game. Averaged north of 30 points in the conference finals. He's at 21.7. After a slow start in the finals, finally got over 30 in Game 3, and the first free throw goes. And as we mentioned, Derek Lively coming into the game just 2.5 minutes in for Daniel Gafford. Lively had a tremendous line, the rookie from Duke, in Game 3 with 13 rebounds.
Daniel Gafford doesn't look very happy, but that turnover, I think, made Jason Kidd's decision early. JT makes the second one. Derek Lively coming off an excellent game. He only double-doubled in Game 3.
7 straight Boston points and a 7-4 lead, 9:20 and counting first quarter. Luka works from the top, switching defense. Horford has him. Luka thought about going right, cuts to the left into the high post, fading one-legger is good, and Luka's on the board with a jumper. He is 2 for 2 to open Game 4. Boston a 1-point lead. Horford with it, left wing to Brown. Quickly made the catch, and as he looked to turn, we got an offensive foul on Brown. Got a piece of Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, he tried to hook him. You know, usually it's down around the waist, but his hand was up very high, and he raked Kyrie right across the head.
First foul on Brown. Irving will pass it ahead of the timeline for the Mavericks, who'll look to retake the lead. We just dipped under 9 minutes to go. First quarter in Game 4. Luka waiting for a high screen, gets it. Now he's got Horford defending. He'll back up for 3 this time, missed it. Long rebound, Washington couldn't get it. Fighting for it with White. Derek comes up with it for Boston.
Really good pressure by Al Horford on that shot.
Tatum, nice bounce to Brown, who gets deep and puts it up and in. 9-6 Celtics. Luka quickly into the front court. Drives deep. Layup, yes. Beat Derek White that time. And Drew Holiday. Luka off to a 3 for 4 start. He's got 6.
Taking the ball to the basket, too, both he and Kyrie Irving.
Tatum on a switching defense. Now has Luka Doncic defending. This has been an issue for Dallas. Takes him off the three-point line. Inside the arc. Now dribbling back beyond it. Now he'll pull for a deep 3. Missed it. And rebounded by Jones.
Good job by Luka defensively, but it's the first time I've seen him limp coming up the court.
He's dealing with the knee and the ankle and the chest contusion as well. Here's Jones into the lane. Tough layup. No, well defended by Brown. Never touched the rim. Jaylen Brown brings it into the front court. Sends a pass toward the corner. Was it tipped by a Maverick?
Luka deflected.
It was out of bounds. It'll stay with Boston.
Luka's giving James Williams the thumb up. Yeah, you saw that. Good call.
Being nice to the officials tonight.
Yeah.
4 of his 6 fouls in the fourth quarter in Game 3. This will be a deep entry from the deep right corner. It comes into Jaylen Brown. 15 to shoot, 7:45 to go in the first. Brown, a deep 3. Wow. No good. Rebound Lively.
1 for 5 for the Celtics from downtown.
And at least 2 of them been well beyond the three-point arc.
Yeah, again, they're not moving the ball real quickly.
Luka Wheels fires a 3, misses from the right. Rebounded by Derek White. 9-8 Boston. Here's White front court, bounces off of Doncic, gives it up to Tatum between the rings. One dribble and a send to Holiday on the right. Darts beyond the arc, gives to Tatum, tries a backdoor cut, couldn't control, but Downey's able to send it out to White, who launches a three off the front rim, no, and rebounded by Luka.
6 of the 9 Celtic field goal attempts are threes.
Here's Irving going deep, got blocked on his way to the cup. Loose ball, Lively had it, and he gets fouled at 7:02 to go here in the first quarter.
I think that was Jason Tatum with the block. It looked like a good play. Actually, Kyrie went by him, and then someone came from the backside and blocked it. JT is the man listed on the play-by-play.
Tatum got the block. No shooting foul here, so it'll be side in for Dallas. Jason Kidd is arguing that he gathered, but David Guthrie, the official, says no dice. Inbound to Lively, under 7 minutes to go in the first. They get it to Kyrie on the right. Irving dribbling against White, left-hand dribble to the free throw line, into the lane, slings it with the left hand off the window and in, and the Mavericks take the lead.
Tough contested shot.
10-9, Irving's got 4 on the deck, trying to go a little too fast. Jaylen Brown ends up knocked down, and Luka Doncic will pick up his first personal foul. Some of the boos you're hearing, assumingly on the call. At 6:44 to go here in the first quarter. Teams both trying to settle into game 4.
Yeah, for sure. I like Dallas because they're attacking the rim more. No surprise, Boston's firing their threes, but so far that hasn't been good. They're 1 for 6.
Well, the stars have shown up. Doncic and Irving have all 10 for Dallas. Brown and Tatum have all 9 for Boston. 6:44 to go first quarter. You're listening to the 2024 NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Nobody covers the National Football League like SiriusXM NFL Radio.
Mahomes fires it late for the end zone. Caught! Touchdown!
Stay updated with the latest news leading up to training camps.
We don't care about expectations. Talk doesn't win games.
Our panel of experts is getting you ready for the 2024 season.
The more I watch this guy, the more I like him.
There's a story for every team on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88 in the car, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Ray Hudson here, Soccer's Extraordinario from SiriusXM FC. Can't be by your radio to hear your favourite team in action? No problem. Just download the all-new SiriusXM app to hear live play-by-play from the Premier League, Champions League, MLS, and so much more.
If you like football, soccer, whatever, this really is the place, isn't it?
The all-new SiriusXM app, available now to all subscribers.
The Stanley Cup Final is on SiriusXM. Can the Florida Panthers capture their first cup?
Down to Reinhart, back in front, deflection, they score, the Panthers tie it at 2.
Or will the Edmonton Oilers end Canada's 3-decade-long Stanley Cup drought?
Edmonton wins the game! It's Connor McDavid!
Hear the home and away broadcast of every game on SiriusXM in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. And talk about the quest for the cup on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
Keep the grill lit.
A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape.
With barbecue-themed channels sure to get the backyard bumping. From hip-hop
Bring the noise.
to classic rock.
An American girl.
Country.
Can I have some help?
And beyond.
A lovely day.
Set it and forget it this Father's Day weekend and all summer long. Only in the SiriusXM app. Just search BBQ.
I'm Kevin Winter, inside our Granger studio. Game 4, NBA Finals on ESPN Radio. Don't forget to log on to our social media accounts to vote in the AutoZone In the Zone poll question. Who's getting in the zone for tonight's Game 4? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving. In the zone brought to you by AutoZone. Get deals for dad through the 16th with AutoZone's Father's Day sale. Save on brakes, wash, wax, and more. Now through the 16th, get in the zone. AutoZone. 10-9, Dallas by 1. Marquez Fisher, PJ Calissimo, George Sedano. Back to you in Dallas.
All right, Kev, and George Sedano was hanging out behind the Celtics huddle. What'd you hear?
Yeah, Cassidy, Joe Mazzulla happy with their spacing, likes their shot selection. They're just not going down, tells them to be patient. And, of course, on defense, he's telling them to play the angles. Be careful with the angles because they're getting to the rim pretty easy.
Appreciate it. And, PJ, Boston has taken advantage of a couple of early Dallas turnovers.
Yeah, 2 turnovers by Dallas has led to 5 Celtic points already, so we'll keep our eye on that. Points in the paint, Mavericks with 10. They're 5 for 8. 8 of their 10 shots are in the paint. That's why they're off to such a good start. 3 different Celtics have attempted 2 threes already. Jason Tatum's the only one that's made one.
Here's Tatum, and he lays it in on a nice feed from Xavier Tillman, who came in during that timeout for Al Horford and gave Joe Mazzulla some really good minutes in game 3.
Good execution out of the timeout. Players are listening almost as well as George Sedano is listening for us.
He's right in the middle of that huddle. Joe Mazzulla noticed him the other day. 11-10 Boston. Here's Luka on the cross to the right into the lane. Out to Lively. The big man's going to shoot a 3, and he's going to bury it. It's only the 3rd of his rookie season, but he does have range.
First one in this series. He's coming off a 11-point, 13-rebound double-double.
Here's an inside pass to Tillman, deflected by Lively, paying dividends
if he
early.
didn't get the block, at least it was an alter.
Washington thought about the corner 3, was covered, gives to Irving, lifts for Lively at the rim, and he jams it home. And the 7-1 rookie first-rounder from Duke paying dividends off the bench.
Kyrie Irving knew Lively was by himself. He couldn't wait to get the ball and throw that lob pass.
15-11, Lively got knocked down by Tillman, no call, and then Tillman gets hammered on his way to the basket, scores an and one.
Xavier Tillman, really good job on Wednesday night in not big minutes, but he made the only field goal he attempted, a 3 from the right corner that was big. He got 4 rebounds and 2 blocks. Really productive 11 minutes by Xavier Tillman on Wednesday.
Fouls on Washington is second. Before Tillman shoots the free throw, I want to amend Derek Lively. That was his first 3 of his professional career. He had 2 at Duke last year. He was 2 for 13. So the 3rd he's made since high school. First as an NBA player. But we see him practice them all the time. He's got range as Tillman completes the 3-point play.
Everybody practices them.
Everybody.
Making him in the game is something else. How about Xavier Tillman? What a good job he's doing.
15-14. Mavericks lead cut to 1 on the 3-point Tillman play. And Tillman nearly knocked it away from Luka. Takes him into the lane. A one-legger is good right from the dotted line.
2 more paint points again. Relentlessly attacking the paint, the Dallas Mavericks.
8 for Luka, 3-point lead Dallas. Brown penetrates against Maxi Kleber, shot up, in and out. Lively has the rebound.
Really good look. JB's usually going to make that shot.
Here's Derrick Jones Jr. Wraparound up and under, hangs and puts it in. Derrick Jones Jr., what an athletic move.
Testy, the Mavs have 16 paint points already out of their 19.
And it's a 5-point lead, the biggest lead for Dallas, 19-14. Brown penetrates the lane, sends it outside to Tatum. Tatum behind the Tillman screen. Tatum guarded by Lively. Darts back beyond the arc, 5 to shoot. Goes to his left. Lively staying right in front of him. Over to Holiday with 2. Drew drives, floater up, short. Rebound tip. Josh Green has it for Dallas. 2-on-2, but Green's going to peel out and wait for his mates. Sends it over to Jones, cross court. His 3 is on its way. It's not good. Lively taps it out to Kleber and a fresh 14-second shot clock.
Derek Lively really active tonight.
Luka guarded by Drew Holiday out near half court. Now picked off by Lively, so Tillman's got him. Steps back, got the contact. Yes, he offered the shot, says Scott Foster. And that'll be 3 free throws for Luka Doncic with 4:11 to go here in the first.
There's a generous interpretation. Luka, to me, jumped into Tillman.
I agree.
Tillman didn't violate his space at all, and Luka came forward, but he got the benefit of the call.
First on Xavier Tillman, Luka Doncic, who has 8 first-quarter points. The starts we mentioned for Dallas have not been the issue, and the same could be said for Doncic, who only has 8 fourth-quarter points in the entire series.
He's been fatigued. They're not using that as an excuse, but there's no question he's been exhausted by the time the fourth quarter rolls around.
Yeah, you saw him hobbling a little bit a few minutes ago. Apparently after landing, he's got 3 free throws. One's up, second one in. He's got 1 more to come, and that's big because he's missed 7 free throws in this series.
Unbelievable. 10 for 17, 59% coming in. You've got a Joe Mazzulla timeout.
In between the second and third free throws. So 1 more for Luka to come. And the Celtics take a timeout as the Mavericks have opened up a 7-point lead, their largest.
Well, I got to think they're going to talk about points in the paint because they're doubled up already. 16-8 paint points in favor of Dallas.
On the big scoreboard, Dallas 21, Boston 14, 4:11 left first quarter in Game 4. This is the 2024 NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hope your imaginary friends are hungry, because IHOP's new menu, inspired by the movie If, is our most imaginative yet. With blue raspberry pancakes, a pizza omelet, unbelievable soda pops, and more. It's time to set your imaginary friends free. Only at IHOP. Kids eat free every day 4 to 10 p.m. And see If in theaters May 17th. One free kids entree per full-priced adult entree. Restrictions apply. This film is not yet rated.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Biana's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Because comfort keeps us going. So grab your family, your friends, and your Wrangler layers for some fresh air adventures together. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
I'm Kevin Winter. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Game 4 of the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
The biggest sporting events happen on SiriusXM Sports. Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports.
The Mavs continuing to attack the Celtics inside the arc. Dallas 8 of 11 from inside the three-point line. They lead by 7. Back to Dallas with George Sedano and PJ Calissimo. Here's Mark Kestisher.
Attacking the paint, Kevin, and George Sedano owning the glass early.
Yeah, Al Horford in the Celtics huddle telling his guys they got to match up better and make sure they get those rebounds when they match up, Kesty.
11 rebounds, PJ, to 4. 4 of those 11 from Derek Lively off the bench.
He's been great, 5 points and 4 boards, but the rebound numbers are misleading. Celtics have missed 9 shots, so the other team's going to have more defensive rebounds. I'm sure Joe Mazzulla's upset with those 2 offensive rebounds. And it's led to 4 second-chance points for the Mavs. So I'm sure it's the lack of defensive rebounding that he's upset with.
Third free throw missed out of the timeout by Doncic. So the run by Dallas is 11-3 right now, and it's a 7-point Maverick lead as we cross 4 minutes to go, opening quarter. Drew Holiday has Tatum up top. Sam Hauser in the game. Makes the catch. Turns wheels for 3. Missed it. Long rebound in the corner. Chased down by Kyrie Irving.
Football score, Cash.
Cowboys lead the Patriots 21-14.
Yep.
Here in Big D. As Kyrie Irving works for the Mavs out on the right. Has the matchup he wants against Tillman into the lane. Fading. 10-footer is good. And the run continues. 13-3 in favor of Dallas. They lead by 9.
This is a paint clinic so far.
Jaylen Brown thought about a medium-range jumper. Sends it outside. It's poked away. Luka took it away from Drew Holiday. Luka against Holiday down near the baseline right, trying to back his way into the mid-post. Turns, gets by him, and scores. Luka with a dozen and a 15-3 run for the Mavs. And a pass to the wing, out of bounds. Cross court for Jaylen Brown. Taps his chest to say, my bad. Turnover, Boston.
Yeah, he just didn't catch it. It went right through his hands. Luka with a beautiful spin move. They're showing us the replay. He had Drew Holiday on his back. He kind of faked over his right shoulder and spun baseline for the easy finish.
Doncic has 12. He and Kyrie have 18 of Dallas's 25 points. 25-14 Mavericks. 3 minutes to go here in the first. Doncic working to the right, stops, has room, hesitates, takes the shot, missed it. Josh Green batting it near the rim, then picked up by Lively on the offensive board. His putback's no good, but it goes out of bounds. against Boston.
There's what George Sedano was talking about, Joe Mazzulla was talking about. Lack of defensive rebounding, another opportunity for the Mavs.
Horford was reaching in there and knocked that ball out. On the inbound baseline right, they clear it out for Irving against Derek White. Tries to blow by him, does, layup around, falls off the side of the rim, no good.
Spun all the way around. They got numbers. Kyrie just getting back.
11-point deficit, Boston, 2:40 to go here in the first. Pass to Brown, baseline left, Josh Green, good defender, checking him. Takes him down into the lane, slings it to the right corner. Now Tatum's got it on the right angle, drives against the rookie Lively, and gets by him and scores it. Put up those arms, but somehow Jason able to thread it through.
Yeah, JT's looking for a foul. I think Lively thought he was going to go underneath the basket, and he went straight up.
25-16 Dallas. Luka fouled as he got into the lane, tried to fade away on the shot, and was a little bit off balance as he got knocked off his base, and a foul against Horford.
As we've reminded our listeners repeatedly, Kesty, Boston commits the least fouls in the NBA. One of the things they do not like to do is foul shooters. Second time they've put Doncic on the line.
Luka was 2 for 3 his first time at the line. He's got 12 working. Oh, way short on that one. Barely got to the front rim.
Boston allows the fewest free throw attempts and the fewest free throw makes in the NBA. Not tonight so far.
P.J. Washington and Derek Lively should get a better hand than what he's getting right now. He came in and 5 points, 5 rebounds.
They've gone small. Maxi Kleber's the biggest guy on the floor for them. They did not come back with Gafford.
Kleber, 6'10". Wonder if Gafford might be a little bit in Jason Kidd's doghouse at the moment.
That would be my assessment from here. Maybe there's an injury that we're not seeing.
Doncic put a little more lift on that shot and got it to go, rattled it home. It's almost like he had to muscle a little more because he doesn't have much lift.
No, you need your legs for sure. They're such a big part of the shot, even on a free throw.
2:10 to go, first quarter, 10-point Dallas lead, 26-16. Al Horford holding on the left angle against Doncic. Passes left corner, Hauser. Hauser against Kleber. Stops, goes to Horford, 8 to shoot. Up top, Tatum, with 2 minutes to go. Here's Tatum driving into the lane against the smaller Washington. Puts it up, got it to go. He wanted a foul, too, didn't get it.
So Joe Mazzulla, Joe's talking to James Williams as he runs up the floor.
Lead is down to 8 for Dallas. Doncic spinning against Tatum, who reaches in and gets called for the foul. Luka tried to cross him over a little bit, and then Tatum reached when he went by him and got the foul on Jason Tatum. That'll be number 1 on the 7th-year man from Duke, and of course hails from St. Louis, Missouri. Went to the same middle school as Keith Kachuk's son, Matthew, who's playing for the Florida Panthers. 2 guys that went to middle school together are both up 3-0 in different championship series.
Unbelievable. JT's upset with the officiating so far.
Oh, Dallas just tossed it away off the inbound. Nearly live ball turnovers. Washington tried to pass it over the top. Kleber never saw it coming, and it was a lot closer to our man Jimmy Goldstein.
Jason Tatum broke. He was wide open. He was hoping that Sam Hauser was going to stop it before it went out of bounds.
Jimmy, of course, the NBA super fan. See him at every game in the playoffs, virtually. All right, Boston has it, trying to make the comeback. Drew Holiday on the drive, scoops with the left, didn't get it. Green has it. 8-point Dallas lead, 90 seconds to go in the first. Kyrie pulls for 3, missed it. Flying in, grabbing and flushing, Josh Green.
That's the 4th offensive rebound and 6 points off those rebounds so far for Dallas.
Lead is back to 10 for Boston, 1:13 to go in the first. Tatum outside the arc against Kyrie. Spins, gets down to the baseline, lost the handle, got it back. He's pinned on the baseline. Pass nearly stolen, it's loose. Sliding Sam Hauser with 3 to shoot. Still on his feet, it's a tied possession. And we'll have a jump ball with 2.7 on the shot clock.
If the Celtics control the tip, they're going to have to shoot it very quickly. Don't know if Sam Hauser's going to get this tip against Josh Green.
Sam Hauser, 6'7". Josh Green is 2 inches smaller, but has a little more vertical than Mr. Hauser.
He's got some hop.
As we saw on that offensive foul flying slam dunk. Here we go. Foul line to our left. Green against Hauser. Waiting for Scott Foster to toss the ball up in the air. Dribbles it once, now twice, and here we go. It's up, it is tapped. Green taps it twice. It's corralled by White, puts up a three and hits. Desperation late in the clock. Derek White knew it, and he drained the triple.
Josh Green didn't really look where he was tapping the ball. He just jumped back up and tapped it right to Derek White.
Boston back within 7. 28-21 Dallas. 45 seconds to go in the first. Kyrie from the right answers with a three. Calmly, assuredly knocking down the triple.
Mavs are 2 for 6. Celtics 2 for 8.
Brown on the bounce. Got by Green. Missed the shot. Thought he got fouled. Now it's a 5-on-4 Dallas. Brown late to get back. Washington for 3. All net for P.J. Washington. And it's a 13-point lead for Dallas. Little deja vu here in Game 4.
And secured the 2-for-1 situation for the Mavs.
23 seconds to go in the first. About 5 seconds difference. And a whistle. We have a foul call here?
Yeah, no, you got a little dust up between Derek Jones Jr. and Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Excuse me. No, Jason Tatum was the original.
Jaylen Brown right now. Got hit in the face, remember that last trip down, and he was late getting back as well, so he was already perturbed. And you're right, Jason Tatum was that time involved there, so the foul was on Jones. That'll be his first. First in the last 2 minutes. Boston inbounds with 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Inbounded Drew Holiday. Celtics down 13 as they were in Game 3.
He's going to go against Derek Jones Jr. They switched.
Tatum against Kleba. Pulls. He's beyond the arc. Now he rises for 3. Missed it. High rebound. Tipped away, and Jaylen Brown last to touch it. It goes out of bounds to Dallas with 3 seconds left in the quarter.
Scraped a couple seconds off what could have been their last possession. Jay Kidd's getting Luka Doncic in right now, so look for a long pass or look to get Luka the ball somewhere near half court. He loves to launch those long shots.
Kyrie will inbound about 3/4 court, left sideline. Looking down floor. Fires it into PJ, gets it right back to Kyrie.
Backcourt.
Oh.
Sorry, I stepped out of bounds.
That's right.
I thought it was either one. He threw the ball back to Kyrie too quickly. It's going to be interesting if they put more time on the clock.
We'll have a defensive subs here in the meantime for Dallas. Lively and Jones coming in.
And guess who?
Luka's out, Kyrie's out. And Peyton Pritchard, the man who hits last-second threes. But did he send himself in? Because he said he checked himself in at the end of the third quarter in Game 2 in Boston.
I think he has a license to do that.
1.9 seconds to go in the first. He said, I just look at Joe Mazzulla, and he said, yep, go. Here we go from half court, far right sideline. Inbounds to Pritchard. And he steps on the sideline on the catch. Back-to-back turnovers. This is the longest last 5 seconds and substitution patterns we've seen here in an NBA game. Back comes Doncic, back comes Luka.
Yeah, not real good execution by either team on the side out of bounds situation. Dallas still with a chance, 1 second. That's enough time to catch it and shoot it.
3/4 court inbound, Kleba looking. Sends it overhead to Kyrie, lands with the ball, then tried to get a power dribble, but the clock ran out. And that is the end of the first quarter. Boston hasn't trailed by double figures at the end of 1 quarter this entire postseason. Their largest deficit was 6. PJ, they're down 13 here at the end of the first quarter.
I got to think that's the most points the Mavs got in any quarter in this finals also. I don't see any there aren't too many 30s.
For a team that hasn't scored 100 points yet.
34 is a big number, and look who's at half court. Don't know whether he's hanging out or about to report in.
Stay with us. We'll let you know. After 1, Dallas 34, Boston 21. This is the 2024 NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas. loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Nothing but net. Good shots. Man, I miss playing basketball. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text BACK to 231-231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BACK to 231-231. That's BACK to 231-231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Kevin Richard with you inside our Granger studio. The Mavericks with a 34-21 lead over the Celtics at the end of the opening quarter in Game 4 here on ESPN Radio. Mark Testershire, PJ Carlissimo, George Sedano take the 34 here, the 29 back in the fourth quarter of Game 3. That's 63 points for the Mavericks the last two quarters. Drop a second with you guys in Big D.
Appreciate it, Kev. And George Sedano's been camped behind that Celtics huddle. What are you hearing?
Yeah, Custody, Jaylen Brown was telling his guys, they're not going to give us bleep. We got to walk them down, and we got to get to the free throw line. We got to take it from them.
PJ, rebounds and offensive rebounds also key for Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, that's the story. It's 4-0 offensive rebounds in favor of the Mavs, and it's not just the extra opportunities they've converted. They've got 6 points off that. Dallas, obviously, with no offensive rebounds, has no second chance points. But what they're doing from the paint, 22 points, Kesty, ties the record last 25 years in any quarter in the NBA Finals.
Dante Exum is on the floor with Luka Doncic to open quarter 2. Doncic backing down, very strong against Brown. Turns, shot falls short off the front rim. Tatum's got the board. Ahead to Derek White, back to Tatum, three-point line, makes a run past Lively, runs into Green, just took it away. Swiped it right away from Tatum.
It was the help man. JT tried to go by his man, and he just walked right into Josh Green. He just ripped the ball out of his hands.
Plus 13 is Dallas with Doncic creeping against Tillman. Gets by him all the way down the lane. Passes out to Washington for a right-angle three. No. Offensive board again, Lively. It was a long rebound.
Yeah, that was a tough one. There really wasn't anything you could do.
9 to shoot on the reset. 11 minutes to go in the half. Exum with it, drives on Pritchard, goes down, floats it up and in, and the Mavericks have their largest lead for them in the finals, up 15.
And they have 9 bench points, 9-3 in favor of the Dallas bench.
36-21 Dallas, biggest lead of the series right now. Here's Tatum across the baseline. They go to Brown, no look into the corner, White. White one dribble, finds Tatum right into Doncic, who muscled up, affected the shot, it's no good, a rebound Dallas.
An offensive rebound, last possession by Lively, is his 4th tonight.
Been huge off the bench, and Doncic feeds the rolling Lively, got too deep, goes out to Exum in the corner, and he buries the three! Dante Exum with the triple. They'll look at it at review during the timeout. Scott Foster was circling his fingers to make sure he was beyond the arc, but right now it's an 18-point game.
And 12 bench points for the Dallas Mavs. Everybody contributing. Derek Lively, Josh Green, and now Dante Exum.
10:27 to go, first half. Mavericks enjoying their largest lead of the finals here in Game 4. 39-21 over Boston. And you're listening to the 2024 NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
Erik ten Hag staying at Manchester United.
Summer Soccer Tonight with Rodney Marsh and Tommy Smith.
I did not think that he would be fit to hold on to his job, considering everything that happened and considering the club that Manchester United are, Rodney. Was there a club in England at the moment with the same kind of a history as Manchester United that were in as bad a trouble?
Summer Soccer Tonight, every weeknight at 5 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC 157.
Europe's top soccer nations battle it out in Euro 2024, and it's on Sirius XM.
Ruiz, Morata, brilliant, scintillating stuff from Spain.
Group B kicks off play with an epic clash between Spain and Croatia.
What a goal from Luka Modric!
Hear live coverage Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox Sports Channel 83. And stay up to date with the Summer of Soccer on Fox Sports 83, Sirius XM FC 157, and the Sirius XM app.
Copa America kicks off Thursday, and you can hear all the top soccer stars from North and South America in action on Sirius XM. The U.S. men's national team goes toe-to-toe with elite competition, including Brazil and defending champion Argentina.
It's Messi! It's always him!
Hear every Copa America match, plus expert analysis, all tournament long on Fox Sports 83 and Sirius XM FC 157, or listen anytime on the Sirius XM app.
Europe's top soccer nations battle it out in Euro 2024, and it's on Sirius XM.
Here comes Serbia. Vlahovic!
It's a dueling Group C as underdog Serbia takes on England.
Kane has a one-up and scores a wonderful goal for England.
Hear live coverage Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox Sports Channel 83. And stay up to date with the Summer of Soccer on Fox Sports 83, Sirius XM FC 157, and the Sirius XM app.
Kevin Richard with you inside our Granger studio with Game 4 here in the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio. Sometimes sports is simple. How desperate are you? Right now, the more desperate team is playing like it. The Mavericks lead the Celtics 39-21. They're in the midst of an 11-0 run, which is actually inside of a 24-7 run. And those points from Boston were by Xavier Tillman on an N1. Mark Chestershire, PJ Calissimo, George Sedano, back to you.
And Kev, the guy sitting next to me, PJ, I think one of his keys was threes. They averaged just over 7 in the first 3 games. They've got 4 in the first 13 minutes.
They need threes, and they need to limit Boston's threes. So far, they're doing that. Dallas is 4 for 9 from downtown. They've held Boston to 2 for 9. Jaylen Brown having a little trouble getting on track. He's 2 for 6, 0 for 2 from 3. He's got a turnover. Drew Holiday has yet to score. He's 0 for 2. So some of the big guns for Boston who have been carrying them off to a rough start.
We were waiting on a 2 versus 3. I don't know if we're still waiting on that. Usually back in Secaucus, they would have that answer in the 3-minute break. Tony Brothers, who was our Game 2 official, is back in Secaucus. Well, let's see. They took a full 3 off the board. The score right now reads 36-21. Did he step out of bounds? Did Exum's left heel touch the sideline? Did it happen to Max Strus?
Close, but it looks like it.
Of the Miami Heat a number of postseasons ago. Yeah, they're going to rule that the three-pointer is no good. The left heel caught the sideline.
Let me amend that 4 for 9 from 3.
Yeah. Well, it was ruled good, and into the break, it was taken off. So 3 points less for Dallas out of the break. It's a 15-point Maverick lead. Boston has it. We're early in the second quarter, 10:20 to go.
And Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving have significant help from the others.
Here's Brown, Jaylen Brown, making a run at the three-point line. Luka picks him up, pass to Pritchard, left angle 3 on its way. It's around and just falls out, but Tillman's there, offensive board, and he's fouled on the floor by Dallas. That has been the unfortunate luck for Peyton Pritchard, who's now 1 for 10 from the three-point line in the finals. The only make was that 39-footer.
Yeah, and he's coming off a game where he really struggled. 0 for 4 in Game 3 and 0 for 2 from downtown.
P.J. Washington's got a little trouble here. He's got 3 fouls, and so Jason Kidd will make a late sub. Maxi Kleber in. P.J. Washington heads to the Dallas bench. 10 minutes to go in the half already with 3 fouls.
Has Daniel Gafford not been
he hasn't come back
in since the original 2 minutes?
Yeah. They've pretty much gone with either Kleber and Lively. Off the inbound, Brown, hesitation move against Lively. Slides the feet nicely on the baseline. Pass to Pritchard, into the lane. He's open, dotted line jumper. Too strong, and Lively grabs another rebound.
Struggles continue for Peyton Pritchard.
7 rebounds off the bench for Derek Lively. That's why Gafford's not in. Here's a pass over the top. Too far for Lively. Turnover. Down the other end to our left. White to Brown. Jalen takes 2 big steps in the lane. Got the whistle. The jumper was just about to fall short, and the fans aren't happy because that's when David Guthrie blew the whistle on Dante Exum, who picks up his first.
Jay Kidd's not even looking towards his assistants. They got a 15-point lead, and they haven't had real good luck with their challenges.
They got burned on an early one in game 2.
I think they're going to wait for a better time.
Well, remember in Game 3 the other night, they had that challenge, first free throw badly missed by Brown, that they used for Luka Doncic to see if it would be overturned. It was not, but at least he had the challenge to do so. As Jason Tatum will head to the bench, Drew Holiday will check in for Boston.
Jaylen Brown had been making his free throws in this series. He's 14 for 20, but overall for the playoffs, he's only 65%. Obviously very subpar for an excellent player.
7 misses in 21 finals attempts, but he splits here. 36-22, Boston trailing by 14. 9.5 to go, and Brown a near steal at half court on the exchange from Washington to Doncic. We're in the second quarter in Dallas. Doncic at the three-point line dribbling, crossing against Tillman to the left. Tillman sliding the feet nicely, passes out to Exum, gets a good look for 3 on its way, and down. Exum was huge during the regular season.
He was nowhere near the sideline that time, so they're not taking that one off the board.
Dante Exum finally gets the triple, 39-22 Dallas. Brown left corner beyond the arc. Lively backs up, and Brown will take the 3 and make it. I don't think Lively will do that again.
3 for 11. You know eventually the Celtics, they're going to start making their threes.
39-25, Dallas plus 14. Doncic against Tillman will drive him down to the baseline at the restricted area. Falls, shot no good. Pritchard the rebound. You know Doncic wanted the call. He's slow getting up because he's frustrated.
Tillman did a good job defensively.
Pass to Pritchard, steps into a 3, another miss, and Exum rebounds. Dante Exum was 49% from 3 in the regular year. Has it out on the left. Will give it up to Irving with 8.5 to go. First half here in Dallas. Kyrie Irving dribbling. Derek White backs off at the three-point line. Pass to Kleba, grabbed from behind by Pritchard. And David Guthrie blows his whistle early before the catch. Foul on Payton will be his first.
Luka's talking to James Williams, but I like the way he's talking to him. Just walked over. He's not screaming. He's not gesturing with his hands. Now he's talking to Scott Foster. The message is there, but he's delivering it in a much better fashion. They don't want to embarrass the referees.
Derek Lively out. So here's Daniel Gafford back in for the first time since the first 2 minutes. Exum has it from the left, drives across the free throw line, darts across the top of the arc with 5 to shoot. Now crossing to his right against White, gets to the dotted line. Pass to Irving, half a second on the shot clock, lets fly from 3, missed it. Gafford with one hand got the offensive board, and as he tried to go up, he got fouled.
Yeah, Peyton Pritchard was trying to box him out, but that's a really tough matchup. And we saw in the previous play when they threw the ball in, he just grabbed him. They tried to post up. I think Joe Mazzulla is going to go to a bigger lineup.
And I think they're going to go with the man who was behind him, Derek White, on the foul. You're right. Pritchard was behind him. And then I thought Pritchard fouled him, and then White fouled him.
He didn't blow the whistle on the first play.
He
waited until Gafford shot it, so he's at the line. That might not be. There we go.
2 is good for Daniel Gafford. The lead is 40-25 Dallas. Sam Hauser, Jason Tatum back into the Boston lineup.
Gafford was 3 for 6 in the finals. Now he's 4 for 7.
And we should point out Kristaps Porzingis has not entered the lineup yet.
He wandered down to the scorer's table and was visiting with the officials, but never took his warm-up off.
8:04 to go in the half. Gafford second, missed it back iron, and Hauser, good job containing the free throw line, came up with the rebound.
It's early, but Dallas 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Tessie, that has really been a problem for this team.
40-25 Mavericks. Brown out on top of the arc, trying to cross over Luka. Lost it momentarily. Brown with 7 to shoot. Passes off to Holiday. Holiday's going to drive by Kleba. Got deep, flips it up. No good. Rebound Gafford.
Holiday having trouble getting on track. He's 0 for 3.
Boston shooting 33% in the first half. 7.5 to go. Here's Doncic. Pulls for 3. Missed it badly off to the right, and it caroms across the Dallas bench area out of bounds.
They're 4 for 11, Kesty. I don't understand the success they're having in the paint, why they're settling for 3s.
And Luka's 0 for 3 and does not have the lift on those shots. Here's Brown rising for 3. Wow. Oh, missed it badly wide right. Rebounded by Dallas. Both teams have struggled from three. And you can see Jaylen Brown, he's like, settle down, talking to himself. Yep. Here's Doncic into the lane, lost it, bats it toward the corner, and somehow Kyrie's got it. Finds Doncic in the paint, got the foul, flipped it in, and a chance for three for Luka.
Luka goes over, and he's going to give Kyrie a hug. Really good recognition. Reminding me of that earlier play where Kyrie was just waiting to get the ball because he knew Lively was open. He was going to get it to him. Once he ran down that pass, he was in the dead left corner, and he just floated a soft lob to Luka, who was still in front of the rim.
Jaylen Brown picks up his second foul. He's still in his head. He was walking by, smacking his temple as he heads to the bench for Boston.
Well, he's been struggling. And again, Kesty, we talked before about how good Boston normally is not fouling shooters. This is the third time they put Luka Doncic on the line, fouled in the act of shooting.
3 for 5 at the line. Meanwhile, the Celtics are stuck on 25 points, and we're nearly midway through this second quarter. 7:03 to go. Doncic hearing some MVP chants. Free throw good. Three-point play. 16 first half points for Luka Doncic.
4 points for the Boston Celtics in the first 5 minutes of the second quarter.
18-point lead for the Mavs, their largest of the finals. Pass to White, topside catch and shoot three. Missed everything, and it goes out of bounds. Boston looking sluggish from the field. They've opened 3 for 14 from three, and they're shooting 31% overall.
21% from downtown.
Mavericks down 3 games to none, enjoying their biggest advantage so far, up 18. Here's Exum dancing with the dribble, bounces to Luka near the free throw line, guarded by Hauser. Now Luka steps back, 16-footer, net, all good, 18 for Luka. The lead grows to 20. Dallas in front as Joe Mazzulla calls for time.
Dallas, really complete performance.
20-point lead for the Mavericks as they rise to their feet here at American Airlines Center with 6:35 to go in the half. Mavs 45, Boston 25. This is the 2024 NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indy.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Got a car-loving dad? Nice. We've got a Father's Day sale. Right now, our Armor All Ultimate 8-piece bucket kit is just $25. That's soap, a wash mitt, wheel cleaner, tire shine, glass wipes, and interior wipes. Plus, a bucket to use for the wash. All for just $25 at the AutoZone Father's Day sale. Now through the 16th.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hope your imaginary friends are hungry, because IHOP's new menu, inspired by the movie If, is our most imaginative yet. With blue raspberry pancakes, a pizza omelet, unbelievable soda pops, and more. It's time to set your imaginary friends free. Only at IHOP. Kids eat free every day 4 to 10 p.m. And see If in theaters May 17th. One free kids entree per full-priced adult entree. Restrictions apply. This film is not yet rated.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Because comfort keeps us going. So grab your family, your friends, and your Wrangler layers for some fresh air adventures together. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
You're with you inside our Grainger studio. 6:35 to go here in the second quarter, and Dallas is up 20. Coming up on the AutoZone halftime report, Monica McNutt's going to join me to break down this game. Okay, where's this been from Dallas? Mark Kessler, PJ Carlissimo, George Donato, back to you.
All right, Kev, I think Mavericks fans are wondering that as well. George, what do you got?
Yeah, Kesty, I was behind the Celtics bench, and Al Horford took control and was telling the guys, just stay with it. Stay what you're doing defensively. Keep contesting. They'll let us back in it. Stay with it.
I'll tell you what, George. Dallas is doing it every way possible. Their two stars have 27 points and 5 assists. That's Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. 12-3 off the bench, keyed by Derek Lively. He's got 5 points and 7 boards. Their defense is exceptional. They've had the Celtics to 31% from the field, 21% from 3. They lead in paint points 26-12, and they lead in second chance points 9-0. Other than that, they're not doing that much.
Well, 2 field goals in the last 6+ minutes for Boston, dating back to the first quarter as they rush it up to the left to the Celtics out of the timeout with 6:25 to go in the half. Derek White dribbling on top, terminates, goes to Tatum, who's pushed all the way out by Kyrie, and Tatum not happy with it, pushes back all the way to the free throw line. Tatum now puts her left shoulder right into Kyrie and knocks him down, and it's an offensive foul on Tatum. You saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah, Kyrie stayed right up against him, and there really was no room for Jason to get beyond him. David Guthrie, the official, with the call, and I think a good call.
The Boston Celtics, if you're wondering, they've won 10 in a row since that Game 2 loss to Cleveland. In that Game 2, they trailed by 29, eventually lost by 24. So that's their biggest deficit of the postseason. Right now, Dallas is up 20. Coming up on the 6-minute mark to go in the half, Dante Exum front court to our right. Bounces it to Luka above the arc against Hauser. Takes him off the dribble down to the baseline, cuts inside, goes for the layup and scores it and one. He got down low way too easily, then got the contact. Luka already with 20 points and another free throw coming.
Yeah, Sam Hauser's asking David Guthrie, what did I do? I didn't even touch him, but we should point out, we're watching the replay right now, I think he's got a gripe. There was not very little contact there. Those 10 straight wins, most in the history of the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. They've also won 7 in a row on the road.
That's right. As Doncic completes the three-point play, and 9 straight if you go back to last year. They've been so good on the road the last 3 postseasons. 9 straight Dallas points. The lead is 23 for Dallas. Who saw that coming? Here's Tatum all the way back to half court with 9 to shoot. Makes a run at Luka. Passes into the left corner. Up top to White. His angle 3. Pops in and out. Offensive rebound. Poked away from Horford. Everything going Dallas's way in the first half. Exum with 5.5 to go in the second. Lifts it to half court to Luka.
It's the third Boston 3 that literally went halfway down and came out.
They've missed 12 of 15 from deep. And here's Luka. Passing to Kyrie, Irving into the lane, flips it up with the right hand, lays it in, and the lead grows. Dallas doubling up Boston, 50-25.
Dallas has more paint points than Boston has points on the scoreboard.
From the corner, Hauser drains a 3 with the long arms of Gafford closing out on him. And that ends the long Dallas run. 5 minutes to go here in the half, 50-28. Dallas needing a win, down 3-love. They go to Doncic up high, switching defense. Hauser now on Luka. Drives him to the circle, to the dotted line. One-legged jumper's good. 23 first half points for Luka Doncic.
3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal also.
52-28, all Dallas in half number 1 of Game 4. Here's a pass down the lane for Holiday. Lost it, got it back, and then bricks one. An absolute brick from 10 feet.
Drew's 0 for 4.
I have not seen the Celtics look like this since, well, that Game 2 against Cleveland in the second round. Here's Exum dancing into the lane, bumps against Hauser, laid it up, missed it. Loose ball, Horford grabs the rebound.
That was one of the easiest shots Dallas has had so far tonight.
White with a drive bump before the shot by Gafford at 4:05 to go here in this first half. Gafford with his first, only the second team foul against Dallas here in the quarter. Well, the hockey line change.
Boy, did we ever. Look at this.
Kleba, Exum, Gafford out. Josh Green, Derek Jones Jr., Derek Lively in.
Oh, you and Sean McDonough were on top of that call.
Tatum will inbound for Boston. 4 minutes to go in the half. To Brown. Slings it to Horford. One touch to White and bumped by Luka, who looks up at James Williams. A legit foul there.
Yeah, look at Lou. He's smiling. He's looking at Kyrie now saying, what?
He's turning over a new leaf slowly.
Yeah.
Second foul on Luka Doncic, who on the offensive end has been absolutely brilliant here in the first half.
Well, he's worked on defense. He's going to get a rest now.
And protect him, too, with the 2 fouls,
yeah,
right?
This new leaf is called a plus 24 leaf. He's very, very agreeable when the Mavs are up 24.
Up 24, and he's got 23. Exum replaced him. Inbound to Jaylen Brown. 4 minutes to go in the half, 10 to shoot. Brown beyond the arc. Picked up by Kyrie. Inside the arc. Dribbles to the free throw line. Gets to the dotted line. Pass across to White. 3 to shoot. Now to Tatum with 1. Tatum passes out. Not enough time. Shot clock violation. By the time it got to Horford, the shot clock had run out.
Another excellent defensive possession by the Dallas Mavericks. Jason Kidd with a timeout. Wants to make sure that they finish this half. He's telling his guys in his timeout, guys, we got 3 minutes and 47 seconds. We have to consolidate exactly what we've done. We've dominated this half. Don't let these guys go on any kind of run in this final almost 4 minutes.
We are 20 minutes into game 4, and the Boston Celtics only have 28 points. They trail 52-28.
They've given up 32 points in the paint. It's 32 paint points against 28 total points for the Boston Celtics.
Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlosimo, George Sedano with you here. Kevin Winter, Monica McNutt, our studio crew. John Medani, our producer. Al Rosenberg, Dave Sniff, our engineers, wherever you may be listening. We thank you for joining us here, the NBA on ESPN Radio from American Airlines Center in Dallas. And if necessary, Game 5 of this series will be in Boston on Monday night, 7 Eastern Time, 6 Central. Right now, Dallas looks like they're going to try to make it necessary, but we got a long way to go with Dallas out in front, 52-28. Luka, PJ, has 23 points, the most points in a half in Mavericks final history. Remember, he almost did it the other night. 24 by Dirk Nowitzki in that Game 2 comeback in the 11 finals, Dallas against Miami.
I don't think Jay Kidd will put him back in except for maybe a last-second offensive situation. And if he does, that record will go.
Dallas will have it out of the timeout into Josh Green. Green will bring it up from left to right with 3:40 to go in the half.
Look who's on the floor.
There he is. Luka's in. Pass to Lively in the high post. Gives to Kyrie Irving. Irving inside the arc. Twitches once, twitches twice, goes to his left, drives down the lane, tough angle shot. It's the side of the backboard, and it goes out of bounds. Tried to save it, Irving, but he lost it.
That was a little payback there. Jason Tatum was all over Kyrie. A little one-on-one going on out there.
Right, attack Luka. They've been doing it anyway the whole series. Brown does not. They work it around the horn to Tatum. Baseline drive into Jones. Puts it up, circles the rim, falls off, and Scott Foster waited for that ball to come off the rim before he blew the whistle and a foul on Dallas.
Spun out. Luka can't believe it. Luka wants a challenge. Again, I don't think
not with this lead.
I would not think so.
24-point lead. Look, you've been around the league for decades. We've watched basketball for a long time. That has happened in the history of this game, where you're waiting to see, does it go in or go out, and blow the whistle as Tatum hits the first.
It used to be it was considered good officiating. You know, it was like those plays where there was a slight foul and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Instead of calling the foul on the guy, you just point the other way and give the team the ball. But they're against that now. They want to quantify everything. They analyze every call. They do an exceptional job rating the officials. And we should point out the 12 officials that are here, the 12 who were rated highest.
Tatum made 2 free throws. Dallas with a 22-point lead. Irving's 3 misses from the right. Another offensive rebound to Derek Lively, and there's also a foul on the play. Scott Foster, our lead official, going to call Derek White for a foul, and that's going to be his second.
And they're in the penalty.
2:57 to go here in this second quarter in which Boston has been limited to 9 points.
Well, it just tells you the fact that they're in the penalty, what Boston's defense has been like tonight.
Lively missing on the first of 2. Derek, the one part of his game he'll have to work on is at the stripe. 50% regular year, 59 so far in the postseason.
Is that a Dirk record that you said that 24? And,
yes.
Who's sitting right opposite you over there.
Yeah, Mr. Doncic might own that record before long as Lively splits the pair. 2:57 to go in the half. Dallas by 23. 53-30. Boston with it from the right. Holiday gives it to Brown. Brown against Josh Green, drives into the lane, gathers, shot blocked out of bounds emphatically by Derek Jones Jr. These are the others who've struggled in the series coming through tonight.
Well, I'm talking about struggling. Al Horford is yet to score. Derek White is 1 for 5. Drew Holiday is 0 for 4.
This will be a baseline trigger for Boston in the front court with Tatum.
And Peyton Pritchard is 0 for 3 off the bench.
Tatum looking, finds Brown, runs to the deep left corner, 10 to shoot, gives to Horford. They work it around to the right side to Holiday. Ball fake on the 3, drives and kicks. Brown left corner 3 on its way, no good. Rebounded by Dallas, another Boston miss from deep. They're 4 for 17 in the half. Luka looking for the best first half scoring in Dallas playoff history. Will pass it out to Green, who is fouled on a 3-point shot in the right corner, and Dallas will get 3 free throws, 2:24 to go in the half. Jaylen Brown picking up his 3rd foul, and he continues to really beat himself up mentally, Jaylen Brown, as he walks by the Boston bench.
Well, one of the cardinal sins for Boston Celtic defense is to foul a shooter, and they have done it repeatedly this evening.
And Dallas has unfortunately repeatedly missed free throws. Another miss. They've missed 5 out of 12.
Well, again, there's no surprise there. They're 16th in free throw shooting of the 16 playoff teams, and they were 27. Josh Green clangs the second one. They were 27 in the regular season of the 30 NBA teams. Simply put, they're a bad free throw shooting team.
I know Josh Green's not a great free throw shooter, but he only missed 3 free throws in the entire postseason, and he might match that right here. He's got one more coming. 2:24 to go in the second. Dallas 53, Boston 30. Must-win night for the Mavs. Green gets one of them, and it's back to a 24-point lead. Drew Holiday will bring it up with Tatum and White and Horford and Pritchard. 2:15 to go in the half. Holiday stops the dribble between the rings, goes to Horford, 3-point line, back to Holiday for 3. Missed it badly to the left. Another 3-point miss for the Celtics. Luka brings it up with 23 points working against Pritchard, who tried to poke it away. Luka from the right, left-hand dribble into the high post, backs him into the mid-post, spins, fades, fires short, rebound out of bounds, last touch by Boston.
Won't be an individual rebound, but again, it's a team offensive rebound for Dallas. Another opportunity.
They've been crushing them on the offensive glass here in the half. Inbound to Irving. Minute 54 to go in the half. Baseline right. Steps back. 3-pointer, no. Tapped out by Lively. Another offensive board. Over to Luka for 3. Circles the rim, no, and rebounded by Holiday.
8 offensive rebounds already for the Mavs.
Minute 40 left in the half. Tatum cut off by Green on the left wing. Now they're switching. Kyrie's got Tatum. Goes to the left hand to the right hand. Dribbles down to the free throw line. Spins into the lane and got some contact. He was looking to pass to Pritchard. Foul's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
2 shots. They're in the penalty.
And the bonus, either
those
way.
2 are going at each other. There's no question about that. Jason Tatum and Kyrie Irving. Derek Lively,
teammates.
by the way.
Yeah.
10 rebounds overall, 6 of them on the offensive glass.
He came in about 2.5 minutes into game 4. Jason Kidd put him into the lineup, and he has delivered across the board as Tatum hits the first of 2.
I would say he's got a significant leg up on his back-to-back double-double. He's third. He's got 3 already.
Lively was the 12th pick in the draft. Oklahoma City picked him, but picked him for Dallas. Yeah. It was a draft night deal. Remember, he made 42 starts as a rookie, and then when Gafford came over, Lively came off the bench, and all the pieces fell into place for the Mavericks as Tatum hits 2 more free throws, and he's got 15 in the half. Boston still down 22.
Yeah, back on March 7th, Jay Kidd changed the lineup. He put Derek Jones Jr. as a starter and Daniel Gafford as a starter, and they have not looked back since.
Here's Kyrie Irving, sends it to Kleba in the corner, 9 to shoot, foul on the floor, and that's going to put Dallas in the bonus. With 1:11 to go here in the half. They get Al Horford on that one?
I think they got Payton,
Payton.
thought.
Yep, 1-1. Number 11, the jersey number.
Believe it or not, Chesty, these will be the 15th and 16th free throws that Dallas has already attempted tonight.
And the first one is good for Maxi Kleba. Free throws for the Mavericks, 9 out of 15. Overall, they're shooting 50% from the field, while the Celtics are below 30% shooting. A putrid first half for the Celtics.
I'll tell you what, Boston allows the fewest free throw attempts in the league in the playoffs. 13.7 a game. They've already exceeded that tonight.
Kleber hit both. 24-point lead. Dallas, 56-32. We're coming up on a minute to go in the half. A decisive first half for the Mavericks. Tatum receives the pass up top. Right-hand dribble against Lively. Tries to get by him. Drives down the lane into Kleber, who affects the shot. Loose ball, and Kleber snatches it away inbounds. Gives it to Luka. Busting into the front court. Three-point line. Free throw line. Off the window and in. 25 first-half points for Luka Doncic.
A new Dallas record. Dirk Nowitzki seems pleased with that. And that's the 33rd and 34th paint points for Dallas this half.
And the biggest lead of the game, now 26, as Holiday hits a rare three for the Celtics. They were 4 for 18 before that make.
Well, and Drew was 0 for 5, so he's now 1 for 6 and 1 for 2 from downtown.
58-35. Dallas with a first half beatdown, 20 seconds to go in the half. Luka, 18 seconds to go, 8 seconds difference on the clock. Now it's 7. Here's Doncic crossing left, crossing right, gets by Horford, passes out last minute to Kleber for 3, hits it at the end of the shot clock. The Dallas Mavericks with a punctuation point to the half. 6 seconds to go in the second. 61-35 Mavs. Pass on top to Tatum. Last second three won't count if it goes. It was too late. And what an opening half for the Mavericks, who trail 3 games to none, but are dominating Boston up 26 at the break.
I said is one of the keys tonight, whether the Dallas Mavericks wanted to get on that plane to Boston or not. Clearly, they do.
The Boston Celtics only scored 11 points in the second quarter, and it's the Mavericks 61, Celtics 35. We are at the half as we send it to Kevin Winter and Monica McNutt in the studio with the AutoZone halftime report.
Justy, PJ, George, get deals for Dad to the 16th with AutoZone's Father's Day sale. Save on brakes, wash, wax, and more. Now through the 16th, get in the zone. AutoZone 61-35. Boston hitting just 3 shots from the floor in that second quarter. They go 3 for 16, and the Dallas Mavericks up 26 here in game number 4, a must-win. Coming up next on the AutoZone halftime report, how much of this was Dallas? How much of this was Boston? How much of this for Dallas is sustainable beyond tonight? Lots of questions from Monica McNutt as the Mavericks are halfway home to sending this series back to Boston on a Monday night. 61-35, Mavericks lead Game 4 by 26. This is the NBA Finals exclusively on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Get the champagne ready. The NBA Finals are here.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Let's raise our glasses and our rings to the 2 phenomenal teams left standing.
My goodness!
Here's to high-stakes action, to thrilling moments we can't miss.
He ties the game at the buzzer!
And to crowning our next champion. Here's a toast to the NBA Finals. The 2024 NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV, continue on ABC.
Progressive presents 10 things on a contractor's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Bidding a new client, giving an accurate estimate, finding affordable materials, getting a client to pay you for work you already did, getting a client to pay you, period, securing permits and workers and tools, getting those workers and tools to work together, and finding the perfect pair of overalls. Pockets, baby. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
I need directions for paying down debt.
Starting route. Apply for a SoFi personal loan and consolidate your debt into one fixed payment. Turn right into a positive outlook and get $5,000 to $100,000 as soon as the same day you sign, with no fees required.
Got it. You could get out of high-interest credit card debt with a SoFi personal loan. View your rate at SoFi.com/debt in 60 seconds with no impact to your credit score. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions at SoFi.com/debt. NMLS 696891.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas. loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do. So great. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
This is the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Here's Luka passing to Kyrie. Irving into the lane, flips it up with the right hand, lays it in, and the lead grows. Dallas doubling up Boston, 50-25.
Dallas has more paint points than Boston has points on the scoreboard.
All right, that was at that point. By the time it's all said and done, the Mavericks have one fewer paint point than the Celtics have points on the scoreboard. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving have more points combined than the Celtics have on the scoreboard. We welcome in ESPN NBA analyst Monica McNutt from American Airlines Center. 61-35, Monica. Pick a side. Where do you want to go? How Dallas did it or how Boston just threw up all over themselves in the first half? Your point.
We're in Dallas, so let's go with how Dallas is getting it done. And it is exactly what we talked about. It's the pace that they're playing with. The ball is moving crisply, and they are playing aggressively and with confidence. Then you heard PJ say it in the sound we just opened up with, Winter. 34 points in the paint at the half and 10 points off of offensive rebounds. Now, look. When you're right, sometimes as an analyst, you got to pat yourself on the back. And I felt like offensive rebounds would be a place that this team could find some energy. And while the margin is much more than 10, I do think that those were, in fact, some energy plays that helped to give this team life.
All right, so what is Dallas doing defensively? Because honestly, Monica, the 35 points the Celtics put up in this first half tonight, it is the fewest points they've ever had in any half, regular season or playoffs, under Joe Mazzulla. Is it Dallas's defense or is Boston just sleepwalking through the first 24?
I think it's a little bit of both. If I had to put a percentage on it, I'd put it about 50%, 52%. I'll give them a slight edge. 52% Dallas's defense playing with urgency, understanding that they don't want their season to end just yet. But a lot of it is just uncharacteristic of this Boston Celtics team. I'm watching Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown bobble the basketball when no one's really guarding them. I'm watching Jason Tatum, not really be able to control himself trying to get by one defender. Like, they're throwing the ball all over the place. This seems like a team that actually, we talked about that word urgency. It seems like it's been a detriment for the Celtics. They're not ready for the moment.
Well, and also, I want to go back. Monica McNutt, Kevin Winter with you. The AutoZone halftime report. Game 4 of these NBA Finals. It's Dallas by 26, trying to keep their season alive to force Game 5 in Boston on Monday night. I asked you about Boston's mood, whether it was too loose. What was their mood? And you weren't sure. They looked too loose. Honestly, it almost seemed like they were overconfident, and that's the way it played. I want to look at Dallas's defense, Monica, because whether Boston was sleepwalking, let's give Dallas some credit. At least watching from Bristol, Dallas looks like they're aggressive as all you know what on the defensive end of on the floor.
I think so, and I think going into this game, when you looked at the hustle stats in terms of loose balls, they were all in favor of the Celtics. That has not been the case so far in this one. But even in that, though, Winter, I'm not knocking the urgency of Dallas, but in the arena, I don't know if it's showing on television, the Celtics just don't look like themselves at all, right? Like, yes, this is the most prolific offense we've seen from these Mavs yet in terms of getting everybody involved, the energy on the glass, scoring at all three levels, and, of course, Luka Doncic with 25 in the first half. But really? I think this is only the second time in the series where there's only one double-digit score for the Celtics at halftime.
Let's also do this. Boston was up 29 in game number 1. They led by 21 at the half. I said, is it over? And you said, hell no. How does Boston come back and make this a game?
They've got to settle down. George Sedano, our colleague, reported early in this ball game that Al Horford said you just got to keep doing what you're doing and walking them down. Now, I do think there's a few places that there needs to be some adjustments if you're the Celtics. They've got to be a little bit better on the defensive end. They need to do a better job of getting the defensive rebounds to end possessions, and they got to put a little bit more pressure on Luka. But you hold Kyrie to 11 in the first half. He hits a 3, but other than that, not a ton of highlight plays from him. On their offensive end, they've got to look to be crisper. I'm not sure. It's probably a combination of playing with speed before Dallas can get down there defensively, but also in their half court, they got to get back to trusting their offense and moving the basketball.
That ball did not move. It stuck an awful lot in the first half. McNutt, I'll talk to you on the postgame show. Great stuff. Appreciate it.
Good.
Monica McNutt inside American Airlines Center. That'll do it for us on the AutoZone halftime report. 26-point Dallas lead. This is Game 4 of the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Time for an oil change? Right now, you can save on Valvoline Restore and Protect, the only oil that restores and protects your engine to like factory clean. You can also save on brakes, tools, and more during the Father's Day sale with dad-approved deals through June 16th. AutoZone Father's Day sale, now through the 16th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is former PGA Tour winner Smiley Kaufman, host of The Smiley Show, a Sirius XM podcast.
Smiley Kaufman for 61.
I've got boots on the ground at every major tournament, which means each week I'm bringing you insights straight from the course and conversations with my friends on the PGA Tour. Because what's better than golfing with your buddies? Listen to The Smiley Show right now on the SXM app, available with all trials and popular plans, or wherever you get your podcasts. That's SMYLIE.
Welcome, everyone. This is Dave LaGreca here, letting you know that Busted Open is now live 7 days a week. So join myself as well as Hall of Fame wrestlers like Bully Ray, Mark Henry, Mickey James, and more for knowledgeable pro wrestling talk, entertaining debates, and interviews with the biggest names in the game every single day of the week on the SiriusXM app, available with all trials and popular plans, or subscribe to YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Nobody covers the National Football League like SiriusXM NFL Radio.
Mahomes fires it late for the end zone. Caught! Touchdown!
Stay updated with the latest news leading up to training camps.
We don't care about expectations. Talk doesn't win games.
Our panel of experts is getting you ready for the 2024 season.
The more I watch this guy, the more I like him.
There's a story for every team on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Discover your next entertainment obsession with Audible and SiriusXM.
There is so much listening in our future.
From best-selling stories to fascinating nonfiction, hear excerpts of the hottest audiobooks across every genre.
Some horror and thrillers.
And I'm taking the lighter route.
We'll take you closer to the biggest names with 2 brand new series, delivering in-depth interviews with today's most notable authors and audiobook recommendations and commentary from the experts. All available now on the SiriusXM app. Just search Audible.
Keep the grill lit.
A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape.
With barbecue-themed channels sure to get the backyard bumping. From hip-hop
Bring the noise
to classic rock,
American girl.
country,
Can I have some help?
and beyond. Set it and forget it this Father's Day weekend and all summer long. Only in the SiriusXM app. Just search BBQ.
You're listening to the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
And that'll do it for us on the AutoZone halftime report. Mavericks by 26, trying to send this to a Game 5 second half, and Game 4 is next. This is the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns, and here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Because comfort keeps us going. So grab your family, your friends, and your Wrangler layers for some fresh air adventures together. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Hope your imaginary friends are hungry, because IHOP's new menu, inspired by the movie If, is our most imaginative yet. With blue raspberry pancakes, a pizza omelet, unbelievable soda pops, and more. It's time to set your imaginary friends free. Only at IHOP. Kids eat free every day 4 to 10 p.m. And see If in theaters May 17th. One free kids entree per full-priced adult entree. Restrictions apply. This film is not yet rated.
This is the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Game 4 of the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
The biggest sporting events happen on SiriusXM Sports. Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports.
61-35 Dallas. Start the second half back in Big D as the Mavs try to send this series back to Boston with George Sedano and PJ Carlissimo. Here's Mark Kestisher.
All right, Kevin, it is a 26-point lead for Dallas, which begins with the letter D. In so many years in this franchise, they did not play D. They played some really good defense in this first half on top of this to build this big lead.
No, they played exceptional defense, and it wasn't just that the Celtics are cold from three. Yeah, they're 5 for 19. That's 26%. They're not a heck of a lot better from two. They're 6 for 18. They've contested shots at the rim. They've done a good job staying in front of people, even or especially if you choose Luka Doncic. He's done a good job. He's worked. They've gotten tremendous help from their bench. 19-6 bench points. But Derek Lively's the guy that really ignited this team early with his rebounding and his scoring. He's on the verge of a second consecutive double-double, which would give him 4 for the playoffs. Really the only guys ahead of him then would be Mr. Tatum and Mr. Doncic.
Well, before we get the second half underway, let's check in with George Sedano.
Guys, I saw that Derek Lively now has a wrap on his left hand. He was checked out in the back. I asked him personally if he's okay, and he gave me the thumbs up.
Thank you, George. We'll keep an eye on that one. 25 first-half points for Luka Doncic, the best half in Mavericks playoff history. He beats Dirk Nowitzki's record, who's sitting across the way from us, and the 35 points for Boston. Not only the worst of the year for Boston, it is the least amount of points in any half in the 2 years of Joe Mazzulla, who's been outstanding as head coach of the Celtics.
Yeah, that half will break every negative record that Boston has acquired over the course of this year. And to put another one, Kyrie and Luka have accounted for 50 of the 61 points, either scoring or assisting.
Luka sends it to Gafford in the low post against Tatum. Wheel, shot, no. Again, late whistle. Foul's going to go on Tatum, who kind of lightly smacks the ball into the deck and then quickly grabbed it as it was on its way up. We've had a number of those late whistles. Waiting to see if that ball falls off the rim.
We saw our good friend and excellent job running the official, Monty McCutcheon here. And I must say, it hurts me to say this, Monty looked really good.
Those nights were so rare. The game out in Milwaukee, the Celtics played. Horrific back-to-back, the 5th game in 7 nights in January. A freezing cold, snowy night in Milwaukee as opposed to a 95-degree day in Dallas as Gafford gets the first free throw. Dallas now their largest lead of the NBA Finals. They're up by 27. I don't know what's more stunning, the 62 or the 35.
35. 62, you can only give up points.
be 30 and a half.
Free throws good. Boston down 28.
That's what Gafford did just before the half. Practiced a couple of free throws. You knew they were going to.
Celtics have one 28-point comeback in the last 20 years. Horford left side three is online and good. That's how they begin. The only 28-point comeback the Celtics have had in the last 2 decades was the 32-point come-from-behind win in the COVID year at home against San Antonio. Kyrie Irving pressured along the sideline. Boston down 25. Entry, Gafford, Holiday trying to hold his ground. Gafford turns, kicks it out of the wing. Jones puts it back in the hands of Luka. Shot clock at 2. Luka sees it, throws up a prayer of a floater. Off the glass, no good. Tatum the rebound. Quick outlet is a bad one, picked off by Luka. Tatum throws it away. Kyrie dribbles around Drew Holiday. Finds the trailer. Gafford coming strong. Fouled as the shot falls to the left, and Horford gives the foul smartly.
Tatum had Brown wide open. Just a good pass. If you're ever going to use Kristaps, don't see him over there on the bench.
As we said, tonight it really felt like any Kristaps Porzingis participation would be celebratory, not competitive. That was the reading the tea leaves of it. Gafford gets the first. He's hit 3 in a row suddenly.
That's what happened when you're ahead.
Nothing happens tonight. It's only if Dallas goes to Boston and wins on Monday that things start to get interesting.
Well, you said the series doesn't start until somebody wins on the other person's floor. Celtics have done that.
Well, usually that's often, except when the series ends that way. Gafford gets the free throws, and the Dallas Mavericks have played a game to this point to honor the season they have had. They're up by 27. Tatum enters to Drew Holiday. Extra pass to the corner. Jaylen Brown up fakes. Right-hand dribble into the paint. Muscles it up. No good. And Luka's got the rebound. Luka into the front court. Lobs it for Gafford, who throws it down with 2 hands. And the lead just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Celtics have been so good.
Everything the Mavs have done all year that they have not been able to do in the first 3 games have all happened tonight. Tatum, nasty step back, and Gafford charges out, blocks the shot, trips over Tatum, and that's going to be a 4th foul on Jason Tatum. And now the Mavericks can take a 30-point lead.
They're not going to give him a shot on this.
Here's the crazy thing. The Mavericks have a chance in the next couple of possessions to even the total score in the series.
Now, that's nice to know if in fact you're tied, but maybe the Celtics get it all out now.
Luka enters to Gafford, who falls down, just throws him a prayer off the glass as he hits the ground. No good. Holiday the rebound. Lead for Al Horford. Derek White makes the extra pass into the corner. Jaylen flies in. Looked like he got fouled on a shot block. Goes out of bounds. They're giving this to Dallas. Jaylen can't believe it.
Why isn't Jaylen just taking the jump shot in the corner? Has the jump shot just abandoned in mount?
Dallas by 29, early 3rd quarter. Kyrie Irving, bounce pass cross court, fielded by Washington, rises into a 3, got it, and there it is. Holiday comes across half court and gets fouled.
Give it one more try here in this quarter. Now you're at the point where you can't bring Kristaps in.
The Dallas Mavericks got outscored by 32 points in the first 3 games of the series. They lead the Celtics by 32 now. Horford into the corner. Sam Hauser drives baseline. Short little jumper is good.
Jaylen has just abandoned his jump shot. I'm just trying to get towards the hole.
70-40. Kyrie Irving, left-hand dribble, kick to the corner. Jones, lefty 3, got it. It's all falling tonight. The Dallas Mavericks have now outscored the Celtics in the NBA Finals. And it's still 3-0 for the moment. Jaylen Brown drives and is fouled by Washington on his way in. It is 73-40.
What I'm seeing is Jaylen is just giving up on shooting the jump shot. He's just putting his head down trying to get towards the hole. They're giving you the jump shot. They're begging you to take it.
The 08 Celtics got blown out in Game 3 in L.A., lost Game 5 in L.A. The 86 Celtics lost a pair of games in Houston in the middle of that series. Jaylen Brown gets the first free throw. We're at 73-41.
Well,
give me the number where this becomes a little uncomfortable for Dallas. How close would the Celtics have to get before it's even an afterthought?
15.
That seems like Waco from here. There'll be 3 days of discussion about what was in the Celtics' head entering this game tonight. Jaylen gets the free throw, 73-42. Kyrie lobs it for Kleba at the free throw line. Diagonal kick out, Luka. Right-hand dribble, probing, dotted line floater is good. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
Say what? You say what?
Might he start pulling guys this early? 8:38 to go in the third quarter of Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Dallas 75, Boston 42 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
We're honoring the life of Hall of Famer Jerry West.
Longtime NBA executive. That, of course, is Rothorn.
Jerry, not only a great friend, but had a huge influence on me as a young kid growing up in West Virginia. You know, when I was in my formative years, he was an unbelievable talent.
Hear more tributes to the life and legacy of NBA legend Jerry West on the SiriusXM app. Just search Jerry West.
This is Rod Perez, Worldwide Web. When Game 3 of the Finals finishes in Dallas, the night is just getting started on SiriusXM NBA Radio.
Tatum saw it coming, picked it off, drives in, and throws it down with two hands.
You'll hear my complete recap of Game 3 between the Mavericks and the Celtics. We'll bring you inside the locker room to hear from the coaches and the stars. And of course, we'll take all your calls. It's the NBA Radio postgame show, only on NBA Radio Channel 86.
The U.S. Open is on SiriusXM Channel 92.
This one is well up into the air, right on line. Lands, oh, he holds it. A hole-out eagle at the first for Scotty Scheffler.
Exclusive coverage from Pinehurst Country Club continues tomorrow morning at 10 Eastern.
A superstar in the game of golf. Wyndham Clark is a major champion. He's won the U.S. Open.
The U.S. Open on Channel 92 in the car and the all-new SiriusXM app.
Here's what you missed on Give and Go.
Boston has multiple guys that can break down your defense. So, Dallas, you're not playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves where you're okay leaving somebody wide open in the corner. This is a completely different offense in the Boston Celtics. And there's a reason that they were top 5 offensively and top 5 defensively.
Give and Go with Rick Kamla and Antonio Daniels. 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern weekdays on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app.
Hard to believe what we're saying, but it's happening. Boston down by 33. Still early in the third quarter. You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. Celtics basketball brought to you by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at NissanUSA.com today. Let's say nothing changes here for the next hour, and the Celtics just get run off the floor. There's no comeback. There's nothing. Does the margin here and the degree of the shellacking matter in the room? I don't know. I'm not talking about what the talk shows are going to say the next 3 days and how the series could turn around and you get Luka and Kyrie in a Game 7, anything like that. That's all the stuff to fill. I'm asking you, in the room, when the clock hits triple zeros, will it matter if the Celtics lose tonight by 10 or by 30?
No. Really doesn't at the end of the day. because you're talking about getting possibility of getting the championship. But they don't give it to you. It has to be earned.
And so much on the line, not just the championship, but Tatum and Brown. People talk about Allen Drew as Hall of Famers, as being one of the greatest teams ever to play. All of it. You're trying to keep it out of your head, but human nature is generally undefeated. Celtics down 33 out of this timeout. Derek White going to launch a three. Nope. And Lively hustles to the loose ball.
Every loose ball, every rebound.
There is no area of this game where the Celtics are just not getting killed. Kyrie steps to his right, misses a three. Jalen affects the rebound. Derek White will chase it down. 75-42. Tatum is out of the game now with 4 fouls, too. Holiday on the left side. Hand off Derek White. Return to Holiday. Pretty good look. Right side three. Nope. Offensive rebound. Al Horford drops it, but it's punched away. Nope. It's going to be Dallas ball. Of course it is.
Still can't bring the ball into his body. Good rebound, good attacking.
Max, the Celtics have missed 30 shots, and they have 2 offensive rebounds. We'll let that marinate here. Hauser leaning on Kleba. Is that the foul they call, or is it defense in 3 seconds?
Kleba.
It's a foul on Derek White, so that's 3 on White. No, they corrected it. Yeah, they made a mistake at the scores table. It's on Hauser. You can make as many mistakes as they want now, and the lead is 33. And by the way, Dallas had 3 points taken away, remember, early in the game when Exum was out of bounds. Luka step back on Hauser, 3 rims out. Offensive rebound, Lively put back is no good, but he gets fouled. Celtics have had no answer for Lively. And I'll tell you what a big part of the discussion is going to be for the next 72 hours. Can Kristaps Porzingis really play in Game 5?
Well, you don't play him now. Not being down like this.
No, I'm talking about now.
Well, and even with Kristaps in, he doesn't change what happened tonight. Celtics just did not rebound the basketball. They did not compete. And the competition level was more like, okay, we'll win it when we go home. I don't like the idea. But they've given themselves a chance to go home and do it, but I just don't like the idea of kind of messing with the game.
And maybe after 2 days of hearing about what a generational team they are, with Hall of Fame players and all the above, maybe 72 hours of taking the beating they're going to take from some of the talking heads will have the opposite effect on Monday night. 1 of 2 for Lively. It's a 34-point margin. Holiday drives, runs it off the window and in. And midway through the 3rd quarter of Game 4, the Celtics and Mavericks have scored the exact same number of points. Luka deep on the right side against Hauser. Left-hand dribble, dotted line, spins, wrong foot, short on the jumper, rebound, Kyrie. Offensive rebound, put back, bounces in, and that is basketball justice.
They are getting murdered.
33-16 on the glass. Derek White, corner 3, got it. 78-47. Luka walks the dog, keep that clock running. Jaylen Brown waits for him across half court. Luka into the corner for Kleber, return to Luka, driving right side, scoops it up, no good. He's now shooting below 50% for the game. Rebound, Drew Holiday.
Celtics almost didn't get that offensive rebound.
Holiday in the front court, coming downhill, spins on Kleber, throws a bad pass to the corner that's deflected by Jones out of bounds. Celtics will keep it with 16 to shoot.
All right, you give yourself one more time with Tatum coming back in this game.
Tatum playing with 4 fouls. Remember, Luka fouled out of Game 3. Could Tatum foul out of Game 4? Tatum triggers the side of the bounce. All the way out to Horford. Swung left wing, Derek White, right-hand dribble, tripped by Luka. That's 3 fouls on Luka now. And you have the luxury, if you're Jason Kidd, you can take Luka out for a longer period of time now.
13 foul there.
Luka has played 28 of the 30 minutes. The Celtics will fly back to Boston tomorrow afternoon, and apparently they're going to have company. Media day at the Garden on Sunday. Holiday down the left side, fumbles, lost the ball, Lively knocks it away. What a calamitous night for Drew Holiday after a brilliant stretch of basketball. Kleba drives, fouled by Horford. They don't call it.
Hey, Insiders. Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you, the one that hasn't subscribed yet. I know, there's like 70% of you guys that watch these games, listen to these games, and don't hit that subscribe button. Come on, it's free. Hit that subscribe button and let's help this community grow and continue to get bigger and better and bring more sports content every single day. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get this party back in action. Back to the hockey.
And then that Steph guy came. Kyrie drives on Derek White, lays it up with the left hand and in. 80-47. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. Is this going to be the surrender? 5:29 to go. Third quarter, game 4. Dallas 80, Boston 47 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
Whether you want help with your plumbing business, plumbing career, or you need plumbing services, visit healthstartswithplumbing.com. Property owners and developers, don't let your project go down the drain. Plumbers earn the wages and benefits you deserve. Visit healthstartswithplumbing.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at Golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings, like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Are you a veteran? VA New England Healthcare provides state-of-the-art healthcare benefits to those who served our country. Call 844-VA-CARES and learn more about the benefits you earned and deserve. Call 844-VA-CARES.
Hey, it's Felger here, and summer
NBA
is on the horizon.
J.J. Redick will formally interview for the Los Angeles Lakers coaching job this weekend, and a strong performance is expected to move him to the forefront of the franchise's head coaching search, according to ESPN's agent, Wojnarowski. Let's go back to the AAC with Chuck Cooperstein and Brad Davis.
Hey, Mavs fans, secure your spot on the Club Maverick wait list for access to season tickets, exclusive events, and playoff perks once available. Multiple plans are offered, so save your spot in line for the ultimate Mavs experience. Join the wait list today at Mavs.com/waitlist. 5:29 remaining, third quarter of Game 4. Mavericks trying to stay alive in the NBA Finals and doing a heck of a job of it as they lead the Celtics 80-49, holding the Celtics to 32.6% and just 7 of 24 from 3. The Mavericks right at 50% for the game, 35% from 3 on 7 of 20. But, Brad, as good as the offense has been, and certainly for the first time in this series, it looks like their offense, the defense has just been phenomenal.
Yeah, no easy shots for Boston.
Celtics ball as we resume. As Horford will inbound it to Derek White, played by Josh Green. And White will bring it up through the center circle. Green heels on the three-point line. Is White to the right corner. Holiday against Luka, trying to spin him into the lane. Lost the handle, out of bounds. And it'll be Dallas ball after the 12th Boston turnover. One of those nights where it's really all gone right for the Mavericks and it's all gone wrong for the Celtics. We're in game one. Certainly, when the Celtics built that 29-point lead, it was all going right for them, and nothing went right for the Mavericks that night. Here's Doncic against Horford. Backs out to the midcourt line as they spread it out for him. On the hop, right corner, Green. Drives on Holiday. Finger roll. Holiday rejects it. Taken down by Tatum. Terrific play by Holiday, the second-team All-NBA defensive player. Here's Brown. Back out Holiday. Jump stop. Left-hand runner good. 7 for Drew Holiday. Did it at both ends of the floor. 80-49. Kyrie along the right side. Against Tatum, one-on-one. Left to right. Take it off the floor. Lay it up and in.
Yep, no help on the weak side that time.
Irving's got 17. 82-49. Tatum at the top of the arc. Right to Horford. Right corner. Holiday over Lively for 3. It's good. And Drew Holiday was 7 here in the quarter and 10 in the game. 82-52. Just the 8th three-pointer for Boston in 25 attempts. Irving across the line against White. Now the switch by Tatum. Between his legs, back and forth, left to right, pulls up, dotted line over Tatum, hits again. 8 in the quarter for Kyrie, 19 in the game, and he has the Mavericks' last 8 points. 84-52. On the move, Brown turns the corner on Luka, left corner, Derek White for 3. No good off the back rim, Doncic's 5th rebound. Up the middle against Holiday, now met by Brown. Drop it off right corner, cleave it back out. Josh Green on the drive, lay it off, Lively, dunk it. Beautiful plays, they got the advantage again.
Yeah, and once again, they're just pushing the ball, getting into their offense early.
86-52, and now another steal. Holiday lost it to Lively, here comes Luka. Against Tatum, cross court, Irving in the middle to Lively, and he brings down the rim. And a timeout by Boston. The biggest lead of the night for the Mavericks with 3:18 remaining in the third quarter. It's a double-double for the second straight game for Derek Lively. 11 points and 12 rebounds, and the Mavericks lead it by 36, 88-52 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
Live Your Free is the newest plan from TXU Energy that completely takes the guesswork out of saving.
Because it automatically adapts to give me free energy when I use it most every month.
Correct.
Free days, free nights, or free weekends.
Also correct.
It's the first and only plan of its kind that's 100% personalized to me.
Correct again.
So I always get my biggest savings without ever changing a thing.
That's the TXU Energy Max Free Guarantee. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Free energy charges and time periods defined in Plan EFL. TDU and other bill charges apply normally. Visit TXU.com for details.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It's the NBA Finals on 97.1 The Eagle.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
Give the ultimate summer experience with hoop, dance, and gaming camps with a variety of dates and DFW locations to choose from. There's no better way to start your child's summer. Visit Mavs.com/academy today. And with 3:18 remaining in the third quarter, the Mavericks up 88-52. Joe Mazzulla has raised the white flag. I don't know if I've ever seen it raised this early, even in a regular season game, let alone a playoff game, and let alone in the finals. As Pritchard has it at the foul line, no look, and off of the hands of the former Liberty Argyle product, Luke Cornett, going out of bounds. Another Celtics turnover. Doncic will bring it up. Mavericks shooting 53% for the game. Luka wanting Lively to come up and screen as he works to the right, keeps the dribble on. Hauser at the block, pumps twice, third time, will force it up, and he gets it to go. Rolled it over the front of the rim. 90-52. Hauser top of the arc. Left to Pritchard. against Kyrie on the drive. Right of the lane, will pull up, and he scores. And Peyton Pritchard with just his second basket of this series, 90-54. Pritchard, before that make, was 1 of 17, and Kyrie on the drive, and an easy one again in the blow-by.
Yeah, once again, just got the angle on him and all the way to the cup.
10 in the quarter for Kyrie, 21 in the game. Pritchard double pumping. Couldn't get it away against Kleber. Across the way to Hauser, who shoots the three behind a Cornet screen, and he hits it. 92-57. Doncic to the top, pulls up from 30. Off the back rim, off the hands of Green. He makes the save, though, at the midcourt line. Another offensive rebound for the Mavericks. And Luka will try it again for three, and he gets a wedge at the left of the rim, and it'll be a jump ball. And smiling as he walks to the bench, and Dante Exum will check in, and Dwight Powell's going to check in for the Mavericks to replace Derek Lively. A spectacular 22 minutes for Lively tonight, 11 points and 12 rebounds. And of those 12 rebounds, Brad, 7 of them on the offensive end.
Yeah, they're punishing the mismatch that the Celtics are throwing at them.
Kleber and Cornet to jump it in the center circle. As Scott Foster tossed the ball with a minute 29 remaining in the third quarter. And Cornet wins the tip backward to Pritchard. We've also got O'Shea Brissett, Hauser, and Svi Mikhailiuk on the floor for the Celtics. As Pritchard, right wing against Green, middle of the floor Hauser, back to Pritchard, drives on Green, right to left, behind him to Hauser, sidestep left, away from Kleber for three, it's good. And Sam Hauser with 8 here in the quarter and his third three-pointer of the game. 10th three-pointer for the Celtics, 92-60. Jaden Hardy in for the Mavericks to replace Doncic, and he'll force one up. That's no good, but it comes down to Powell. Got it back out to Exum. Shot clock doesn't reset. Hardy into the lane. Back out Exum. Right circle three. No good. And the rebound to O'Shea Brissett, the Syracuse X. And Toronto Raptor. Here's Mikhailiuk for three, left wing. Off the back rim. No good. Exum the rebound. Exum on the push. Exum top of the arc. Exum picks up the dribble. Drop it to Powell. And across the way to Hardy. Hardy against Cornet on the drive. Take it off the floor. That's rejected by Brissett with the left hand. Taken down by Pritchard. Left to right across the foul line and then back out for the final shot of the third quarter. Pritchard with 9, 8, 7 along the right side. 5, 4, 3 against Exum. Pull up three is short. Rebound. Green. Horn sounds. End of three in game 4. And the Mavericks a quarter away from sending this series back to Boston for a game 5 on Monday night. After 3, it's the Mavericks 92 and the Celtics 60 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
Low T Center, the experts in testosterone therapy, is loud and proud in support of our team in this year's finals. Hey, Ben and Skin here. If you're lacking energy, motivation on gaining weight, these could all be signs of low testosterone. And it can start with men in their 30s, so don't wait. Get checked. Low T Center has over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results, and most health insurance is accepted. So get your game back. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment today. That's lowtcenter.com. The Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
This spring, Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Winning doesn't just happen on game day. It happens every day of the week when you put in the work. That's how the Mavs do it, and it's what we love about Ford F-Series, the 47-year leader, and Ford SUVs, vehicles that offer the capability to handle everyday life. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Mavericks and proud sponsor of Work Today to Win Tomorrow, based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Great medical care, like great basketball, takes teamwork and a commitment to being the very best. At UT Southwestern Medical Center, we're on a mission of healing, discovery, and education, and the ultimate victory is your good health. Fulfilling that mission has made UT Southwestern the #1 hospital in DFW for 7 straight years, an excellent winning streak. Finding answers, changing lives. UT Southwestern, the official healthcare partner of the Dallas Mavericks. Go Mavs!
What do basketball and banking have in common? To win, you need the right team. That's where Chime comes in. They're changing the game. There are no monthly fees, and with direct deposit, you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Chime even provides fee-free overdraft on debit card purchases with SpotMe. And as the official partner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mavs fans already have Chime on their team. So if you're looking for a layup, open a Chime account today at Chime.com. Chime, banking that has your back. Early direct deposit depend on the payer. SpotMe eligibility requirements and limits apply. Go to Chime.com for details. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank, N.A. members FDIC.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
It's the NBA Finals on 97.1 The Eagle.
Chuck Cooperstein and Brad Davis, the American Airlines Center, start of the fourth quarter of Game 4. The Mavericks 92 and the Celtics 60. And yes, that score is correct. And Brad, we have now played 15 quarters in this series, and the score is exactly the same, 378 to 378.
Tonight helped.
Tonight helped in a large way. Mavericks had it from the get-go and put the foot on the Celtics' throat and never gave them a chance. A fourth quarter for a little stat padding as Pritchard misses the three. Tim Hardaway in the game grabs the rebound. Mavericks playing with Exum, Hardy, Hardaway. Markieff Morris making his first appearance of the playoffs, period, and Dwight Powell. Powell, the handoff to Exum. Right to left, top of the arc, and an offensive foul is called on Powell. The Celtics through 3 quarters, 36%, 20 of 55, 10 of 31 from 3, 14 turnovers, 17 Maverick points. The Mavericks 50.7%. Only 7 of 23 from 3. Again, not great shooting from deep as Mikhailiuk in the lane. The floater is short against Powell, grabs the rebound. And Mikhailiuk on the ground. The Mavericks have numbers as Exum. Cross court left. Here comes Hardy. Across the way, Exum time to tee up the 3 and make it.
Boy, and he's given him a huge lift along with Lively.
Yeah, he's been terrific tonight. And Jason Kidd loved him in Game 2. Did not go to him in Game 3. Went to Hardaway instead, but he came back to him tonight. He's made a huge difference as Mikhailiuk misses the 3 and Morris grabs the rebound. And Exum will try it again against Mikhailiuk. Right to left on the drive. Lost the handle. Got it back. Left of the lane. Saves it to Morris. 20-footer. Left baseline. No good. And the rebound taken by Hauser of Boston. 95 to 60. Hauser pulls up for 3 right of the circle. That's no good. And Morris grabs the rebound. Exum will bring it up. Extended reserve time. As Exum floats it, scores it from the block.
Went right over the top of the big man that time.
And Dante Exum had a 3-pointer taken away from him in the first quarter right now with a 10-point game. Not scored more than 5 points in any playoff game this postseason. Here comes Hauser to his left. Left corner, Mikhailiuk. The Kansas X tried to get it to Hauser, knocked away by Powell. Hauser got it back, crosses left to right, hits the 3-pointer off the pull-up. Well, Sam Hauser can really shoot the ball now. He's a 42% 3-point shooter. Had a rough go of it in the middle 2 series against Cleveland and Indiana, but he's been pretty good here in the finals, and excellent here tonight. One of the few who has been. Here's Hardaway for 3. Tim Hardaway on the catch and shoot from the left wing.
Yeah, everybody's getting into the act.
100 to 63. Pritchard against Green pulls up and scores right of the lane. 4th point for Pritchard. 100-65. Hardy to Powell, back to Hardy. Drags left to right against Brissett. Pumps, got him up in the air, but he didn't shoot. Back out to Exum with 6 to shoot. 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Exum off the bounce for 3. That's short, and the rebound taken by Hauser. To Pritchard, turns the corner on Morris. Right baseline pull up from 10, no good. Tipped by Cornette, no good. Rebound tipped out to Hauser. Behind him to Brissett, right to left. In the lane, challenged by Powell, no good. Rebound tipped in by Brissett.
Yeah, good second jump that time.
100-67. As Exum bounces it to Powell. Hardaway comes around and gets it behind the tight curl. Knocks down the 3. 103-67. 8:20 remaining. Hauser, left corner Mikhailuk, drives the baseline, and a nice move, and it rimmed out and went all the way around. Did a 360, fell out. Powell the rebound, Hardaway left to right. Hardaway pulls up from just below the break and knocks down another 3. And a timeout by Joe Mazzulla. That's the last one he has tonight. The Mavericks with a 39-point lead with 8:01 remaining in Game 4. And this is on the way back to Boston for Game 5 on Monday night. The Mavericks 106, the Celtics 67 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
With the Kroger app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce, with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Great medical care, like great basketball, takes teamwork and a commitment to being the very best. At UT Southwestern Medical Center, we're on a mission of healing, discovery, and education, and the ultimate victory is your good health. Fulfilling that mission has made UT Southwestern the #1 hospital in DFW for 7 straight years, an excellent winning streak. Finding answers, changing lives. UT Southwestern, the official healthcare partner of the Dallas Mavericks. Go Mavs!
At Comerica Bank, we believe every business should have equal access to opportunities and resources. That's why we created Comerica Co-work Spaces, free for any Comerica small business customer. Book an office, access tech, use a meeting room, network with other business owners, and more, all for free. To learn more about how Comerica supports all small businesses, visit comerica.com/spaces. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender. Comerica Co-work Spaces is available to Comerica customers only.
Live Your Free is the newest plan from TXU Energy that completely takes the guesswork out of saving.
Because it automatically adapts to give me free energy when I use it most every month.
Correct. Free days, free nights, or free weekends.
Also correct.
It's the first and only plan of its kind that's 100% personalized to me.
Correct again.
So I always get my biggest savings without ever changing a thing.
That's the TXU Energy Max Free Guarantee. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Free energy charges and time periods defined in Plan EFL. TDU and other bill charges apply normally. Visit TXU.com for details.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
Back to the NBA Finals on 97.1, The Eagle.
Prior to tonight, the Mavericks had never won an NBA Finals game of the 6 games that they won, 4 in 2011 and 2 in 2006, by more than 13 points. And that was in Game 2 of the 2006 series against Miami. And the biggest victory ever for the Mavericks in the playoffs, a 40-point win against the Rockets in Game 7 back in 2005 in the opening round series, when the Mavericks lost the first 2 games of that series here at home and rallied to win 4 of the final 5 games. And Brad Davis, they're very much in range of setting an all-time Mavericks franchise record.
Yeah, and the big thing is they came out ready to play tonight on both ends of the court. Send this back to Boston. You never know what's going to happen.
No, you got to get 1 before you can get 2, before you can get 3. And, of course, the Celtics lived this last year. They were down 3-0 to Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals, rallied to get to a Game 7 before Jason Tatum sprained his ankle in the first minute of the game, and Miami won that game handily to advance to the finals. Only 4 teams have ever advanced to a Game 7 in the playoffs after trailing 3-0. Team that leads the series 3-0 is 156-0, 15-0 in the finals. Celtics have it out of the timeout. Mikhailiuk at the top of the arc for 3, front rimmed it. Hardy with the rebound. Hardy, bottom of the jump circle with 7.5 to play. To his right, to the curling Hardaway for 3. He's 4 for 4 from behind the line. 12 consecutive points for Tim Hardaway, and how good must this feel after going 0-5 in 19 minutes in Game 3 on Wednesday night. 109-67. Cornette, the handoff to Pritchard, right to left. That's way off, and Hardy with a rebound. 5 minutes gone. Oh, the fans cheering for Hardaway. They want him to shoot. They doubled him. He had to give it up to A.J. Lawson, who checked in to Hardy, spinning right to left, and then back out to Hardaway. Everybody up. He hits again. How about that? How about that? 112-67. Here is Pritchard, left to right. Met by Powell. Now met by Morris. Finds Mikhailiuk, left wing 3. No good. Hardaway the rebound. Place going nuts. There's eject. Oh, and he finally missed it. It was on line, too. Midway through the fourth, Cornette right in the lane. That rims out. The Celtics down to 34% shooting for the game. 112-67. Hardy right wing over Cornette for 3. Hits it. 115-67. A 15-0 run for the Mavericks, all on 3-point shots. 14 of 32 for the Mavericks from 3-point range tonight. Cornette. Mikhailiuk steps back away from Powell for 3, and he hits. Smee Mikhailiuk makes it 115-70. Powell is fouled. Jaden Springer, the former Philadelphia 76er in the game, committing that foul. As Powell will leave, and Olivier Maxence Prosper will get to play the final 5 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah, everybody getting a chance here in the NBA Finals in this game.
You'll be able to tell your kids that you were a part of one of the great routes in NBA Finals history. As here comes A.J. Lawson, and that shot blocked by Springer, taken down by Brissett. Brissett on the drive, right to left, and he's fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot. Markieff Morris gets called for the foul. With 5:13 to go. Absolutely stunning. A spectacular effort. We saw signs of it, Brad, in the fourth quarter in Game 3. And the Mavericks just carried it over all the way through the game tonight.
Yeah, they came out ready right from the opening tip.
First one by Brissett is good. There were a lot of Celtic fans who made their way to Dallas, bought tickets tonight expecting to see the court roped off and the Larry O'Brien Trophy presented. That's not happening tonight. Here comes Hardy to the right. Prosper driving, and shot blocked by Quita. Neemias Quita, having checked in the game, blocks the shot. Prosper knocked it out of bounds. The 7-footer out of Utah State. Pritchard out top. Between his legs, right to left, up top for Quita. He'll dunk it. 115-74. With 4:40 remaining, Hardy, Prosper, Hardaway, Morris, and Lawson to close this Game 4 out for the Mavericks. Hardy to his left, right off of Morris, driving back to Morris on the pick and pop, 4-3 off the right of the rim, no good, and Jaden Springer with a rebound. Springer picked up the trade deadline from Philadelphia. On the drive, it's Brissett against a good challenge by Lawson. That's no good. Morris the rebound. Hardy going to go coast to coast with it, lay it up and in. 117-74. As Pritchard comes up the right side, and he'll pull up for three and hit it over Prosper. It's a 40-point game right now. 117-77. Hardy between his legs, right to left. Morris shovels it to Hardaway. Back to Morris. Pulls up from the top of the circle. That's long and right. And Jordan Walsh, the Duncanville product, grabs the rebound. Played his college ball at Arkansas. Crossover right to left, and here's Pritchard for three short. The rebound to Morris. Outlet for Hardy. He bats it to Prosper. Ahead to Lawson for his first NBA Finals point.
Yeah, good run out that time. Good look ahead.
119-77. Pritchard to his right, away from Lawson. Show by Hardaway. Across the way to Springer. Not much of a threat to shoot. He'll put it on the floor, dribble it off his leg, and they call a blocking foul. James Williams calls the foul against Jaden Hardy. The Celtics had only one game in the playoffs this year where they did not score 100 points. That was against the Cavaliers in the second round, and they were beaten 118-94 as Pritchard misses. Rebound Morris tried to save it, and they'll say it's Quita that touched it last, and that will lead to a Jason Kidd timeout with 2:54 remaining in Game 4. This is going back to Boston for Game 5 on Monday night. The Mavericks 119, the Celtics 77 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
There are a lot of ways to make whiskey, but there's only one way to make Jack Daniels. Jack could have been like any other whiskey. Instead, we charcoal mellow every drop through 10 feet of hard sugar maple charcoal. We use water from Cave Spring Hollow in Lynchburg, Tennessee. It's no coincidence that Jack is what it is today, because when you make your own label, you make everything else yours too. But we don't need to tell you that, do we? Make it count. Jack Daniels. Please drink responsibly. Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniels Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels, an old number 7 registered trademark. 2022 Jack Daniels, all rights reserved.
At In-N-Out, our hamburgers are made with the highest quality ingredients. Made fresh and by hand. Made with a smile to put a smile on your face. Made for special occasions or no occasion at all. Made with gratitude for every customer we get to serve. Most of all, every hamburger, cheeseburger, and double-double is made to order just for you.
That's what our hamburgers are all about.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Hilton Anatole, it's all fun here. Located minutes from downtown Dallas, guests of all ages will enjoy Jade Waters Resort Pool, now open daily all summer long. Enjoy the Leisure Cove Pool with a swim-up bar. Relax along the lazy river. Recline in one of our luxury cabanas and so much more. The fun doesn't stop there. Experience the ultimate sport and game simulator at Topgolf Swing Suite with delicious food and exciting games. For your next summer getaway, Hilton Anatole has it all. Learn more at HiltonAnatole.com.
Hey, it's Mark Cuban, and you're listening to the home of the Mavs.
It's the NBA Finals on 97.1 The Eagle.
I'm Kevin Gray here at the Modelo Sports Desk. We will have a Game 5 on Monday night back in Boston, where the Mavericks will take on the Celtics in Beantown. Our pregame show will begin at 7 p.m. with tip-off at 7:30 p.m. in Boston. Let's go back to the AAC with Chuck Cooperstein and Brad Davis.
Mavericks ending the 10-game winning streak of the Celtics tonight. The 9th team to ever win 10 in a row in the playoffs. The record 15 by the 2017 Warriors. And the Celtics were 7-0 on the road prior to tonight, and thus missing the chance to match the 0-1 Lakers for the longest road winning streak in a playoff season. And the Mavericks, Brad, have not always played their best basketball at home. A lot of their best games have been on the road, but, man, they delivered the goods here tonight.
Yeah, they knew what was at stake. They didn't want to let Boston celebrate on the home court.
Well, again, the Mavericks have had that experience back in June of 2006 when Miami celebrated in this building. Of course, the Mavericks returned the favor in Miami in 2011. And the Mavericks, even 2 years ago in their last playoff appearance, down 3-0 to Golden State, put together a terrific show, won by 10, made 23s in the game. They made 14 tonight. 119-77. Here's Jordan Walsh forcing one up on the right of the lane. No good. Rebound batted out of bounds, and last touch by Boston with 2:46 remaining. Luke and Kyrie did their part, but Brad, the bench did its part tonight.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game that somebody needed to step up. They had 3 or 4 guys that really stood out.
Here's Prosper spinning and fading and going wide right against Pritchard out of bounds. The Mavericks 51 bench points tonight. They had 36 bench points total in the first 3 games of the series. And 14 of those came in the fourth quarter of game 1 when the issue was really decided. So the bench almost invisible through the first 3 games, very visible tonight. Springer Euro-stepping left to right, missed it, and Prosper the rebound with 2:15 remaining. Hardy up the right side, met by Quita, backs up, and finds Morris, back to Hardy, against the big man, put it on the floor, will pull up over Quita for 3. Short rebound to Springer with 2 minutes remaining. Springer trying to throw it down low, and Hardy knocked down the big man, Quita, and picks up the foul. Second foul on Hardy. 1:55 remaining. Dallas a 10-0 run late in the first quarter to wind up building a 13-point lead. A 22-4 run in the second quarter that pretty much put the game away, as Walsh curling, missing, rebound taken by Prosper, who will run it up. 42-point game, 119-77. Morris trying to go between his legs and behind his back, dribbles it out of bounds. The Celtics have never been closer than 25 points in the second half. The definition of putting your foot on the throat. Pritchard driving right to left, pumping, stuck in the lane, drops off Brissett, left wing 3, got it. O'Shea, Brissett. His 7th point of the fourth quarter, 119-80. Here's Hardy on the drive. To the right corner, Morris for 3. Off the back rim. Rebound, Hardy. Back to Morris. Tried again. Got this one. The veteran Markieff Morris in his 13th year, 122-80. Pritchard on the drive, lays it in over Hardy. 122-82. Again, the biggest Mavericks victory ever in the playoffs. As far as the margin, 40 points, and that's where we are right now. At 122-82, Hardy on the drive, over the top to Hardaway, right corner 3, air ball wide left, and Pritchard got the rebound. He's going to run it up into the lane, and against Morris, high off the glass to score. Final 40 seconds.
Now you got to try to get Brissett or Prosper.
Yes.
You got to get him a point. You got to get him a touch.
Hardaway's just dribbling the ball out, though. Fans come to their feet. And they'll just let the clock run out. The final 20 seconds. And the Celtics will probably do likewise, and this one will be done. Fans rise. Don't throw dirt on this team. They are not dead yet. The Mavericks eviscerate the Boston Celtics tonight in Game 4 of the NBA Finals, 122-84.
Yeah, just put a little bit of doubt into Boston's mind.
Got to make them think about it, Brad. This is the Maverick team that showed up on March the 7th and played its way to the 5th seed and played its way into the NBA Finals. They did everything right tonight.
They sure did, and this is a game that they can carry over to that Monday night game up in Boston.
What's the thing that you like most that you think can carry over?
The energy. I thought they were a step quicker. They got all the 50-50 balls.
Well, Dante Exum and Josh Green certainly were a huge part of that. And Derek Lively, obviously, with his second consecutive double-double. He played 22 minutes, 11 points, and 12 rebounds. The Mavericks led by as many as 48. They wind up winning by 38, their second largest playoff victory margin ever. The final score tonight, the Mavericks 122, the Boston Celtics 84. The Celtics lead the NBA Finals 3-1. We'll come back to the American Airlines Center, recap the game, go inside the locker room, do all that next on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. You never have to pay overdraft fees again when you're banking through Chime. That's right, Chime is changing the game. Chime has no monthly fees, and with SpotMe, you get fee-free overdraft on debit card purchases. Now that's banking that has your back. SpotMe eligibility requirements and limits apply. Go to Chime.com for details. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank, N.A. members FDIC.
You know what In-N-Out hamburgers are all about. But what about our fries? It's pretty simple. It all begins with the finest, freshest potatoes, hand-cut right in the store, then cooked to perfection in 100% sunflower oil and served piping hot. Now that's a side order worth singing about.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Great medical care, like great basketball, takes teamwork and a commitment to being the very best. At UT Southwestern Medical Center, we're on a mission of healing, discovery, and education, and the ultimate victory is your good health. Fulfilling that mission has made UT Southwestern the #1 hospital in DFW for 7 straight years, an excellent winning streak. Finding answers, changing lives. UT Southwestern, the official healthcare partner of the Dallas Mavericks. Go Mavs!
Winning doesn't just happen on game day. It happens every day of the week when you put in the work. That's how the Mavs do it.
Hey hockey fans, thank you for joining us once again here on Toronto Sports Insider for another NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs matchup. Thank you all for getting this chat fired up every single night. Keep up the good work and cheers to every single one of you. Make sure you guys hit that like button, share out the link. The best way to get more fans into the chat and make this party even more crazy is to share it out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, however you do your social media. Much appreciated. Thank you all for being here once again. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and become an insider. And let's get back to the hockey. See you guys in the chat.
Paid actor portrayal. Dude, guess how much I pay for $1 million term life insurance policy?
Gotta be at least $150 a month.
Nope. I got coverage through Ethos all online for less than $70 a month and no medical exam. Just answered a few health questions.
That's impressive. I'm shocked you have life insurance.
Wait, don't you? You have a wife and kids. What if something happens to you? With Ethos, you can start your coverage the same day.
Wow. I'm sold.
Get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Get the champagne ready. The NBA Finals are here.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Let's raise our glasses and our rings to the two phenomenal